Once again, it's on a Monday evening. Welcome to another fabulous episode of Outlaw Radio, the notorious Outlaw Radio. My name is Kevin Barnes. I'm the host of Outlaw Radio, militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer. Some people behind my back sometimes call me the world class smartass, but I tell them it's okay. You can say it to my face. How y'all doing this evening, man? I hope your weekend went well. I hope everybody's blessed and experiencing no stress. I am here. We're going to talk some shit tonight, talk about some things you care about, some things you probably don't. But if you're a foundational Black American, all of our conversations will ring very, very true and relevant to your ears. So share the show, tell a friend and tell a friend. Outlaw Radio is on deck. 262-202-5131 is the number, or you can jump into our chat room. It's a lot going on, so we're gonna get rolling. I do have the fact checker himself here. Mr. Jordan, what's going on with you this evening?
Man, I'm good, sir. Doing good. Me and you was chopping it up beforehand. Always good conversation. It's amazing out here, man. White correspondence dinners getting shot up. I'm like, damn, he didn't get that far, obviously. But man, I know we're gonna talk about it, but that's just interesting to me, man. But outside of that, I'm great, man. You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. White House correspondence dinner. Obviously, there was some gun play, if you will. And I guess white people are happy because this was a brother, or he looked like a brother. I don't know what he is. He might be a tether. Let's wait and see. We don't know. We don't know what he was, but certainly we're going to talk about that. My chat room is already popping. Dion is in the chat room. What up, Dion? He said, "Are we live here now, my brother?" Sharita Shaw said, "We're live now. I'm with the family. Hashtag FBA. What's going on, Sharita? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?" Just like Ian said, man. In terms of Trump has had a crazy kind of last week and a half, I guess. So we're gonna get into that. How was your weekend, man?
It was excellent, man. Feel good, man. Got to relax and unwind. Caught some fights. I was watching some Glory kickboxing and won, and I didn't really. It's hard to fuck with the UFC, man. Knowing Dana White is who he is, I just can't really watch it. I tried, man, because you want to support the fighters, and unless it's somebody I directly then had contact with or then trained out of the same gym, or I know somebody that know that person, I can't even watch the UFC no more, man. It's very hard. So yeah, but other than that, man, it was good, man. I had an excellent weekend. What about yours, man? What y'all,
Smooth, man. Smooth and laid back, chilling. Just kick back, man. Trying to live. You know what? Dana White is a very interesting individual in terms of his political kind of affiliation, but now he sold the UFC though, right? Like he doesn't own it anymore though. I don't think he.
No, he's the I believe he's the president. But you're absolutely right. He sold his shares or whatever, made himself a billionaire. I think his net worth is probably like $1 billion or whatever, or close to it. And he sold his shares off, and he still runs it though.
So I remember way back in the days, when I was in school. I was in college, and a couple of my partners used to have the original UFC VHS tapes, in which it was straight Outlaw, and like
That's
where
way
it was
back.
like it wasn't like weight classes,
No,
and cats just like they would fight.
it was barbaric as hell, bro. I
It
remember
was
watching it.
like the worst shit ever, man. Like people was
Yeah, it
really
was.
getting their shit kicked in. And we used to sit and watch those videos, and I used to just bug. We used to bug out over them, but then it was banned, and then they brought it back and they regulated it.
Yeah.
But I just, for some reason, I can't get into the UFC right now. It's just a little bit too gory for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
And plus, when it comes to fights, like I love boxing. I'm a boxing aficionado. I love the sweet science, but I feel like these fighting styles need their own kind of lanes. So if you got a great boxer and you put him in the ring with a great wrestler, like they kind of cancel each other out. So it just becomes basically a street fight. So it's hard for me to watch UFC sometimes. I haven't been into it, and I really hate to see the women. I can't. I don't like ladies. I don't like women boxing. I just some about it. I don't like to see two women beating the hell out of each other.
No,
So
no.
yeah, I'm not really a UFC guy. I love boxing, but I'm not. Not
You
necessarily.
watch women's boxing?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you can't do
It's
that
not.
either. Yeah.
No, I'm just not something I'm interested in. It's like same reason I don't watch the WNBA, right? Like I don't want to see. You know, I'm just one of those dudes who just I don't like to watch masculine women. I don't like I don't like to see or hear women who have taken on male characteristics, be it athletically, like we were talking about the brat and this kind of thing. Like it's just something about a very husky woman, like not in size, in her personality. Like if she act like a dude, like if she talks
Oh,
like
your ass is so fucking crazy all the time.
it's like women who say bro, who call you bro. Like I that's something I don't.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
bro,
with
you know
you.
what I'm talking about? Like I don't, it's just I've never really been into that. So it's just now I like Angel Reese and I like Flow J. I'm not really a fan of her music, but I like the way she hoops. She hoops like she's like a dude, man. Like she I see Flow J take cats off the dribble, like So yeah, and I like Angel Reese. So other than that, I'm not. But they both seem feminine to me. I don't see them as
Yeah, for sure.
big sweaty hairy women with deep
Oh
voices.
no, that's another one. It's another one. Liz something. That's in the WNBA. Tall chick, 6'7", but yeah, they be at her head anyway.
It's
They be at her head.
several women now. They had to change the image of the WNBA
Yeah.
because I think there's a lot of men who kind of like didn't really want to see that
No.
aesthetic, and so it's way more fem. You see a lot more feminine imagery coming out of there right now, and
Ooh, it's two young women in that league. Very Skylar, I think her name is Skylar Diggs. Very beautiful, like
mhm.
really good looking sister. And there's another one that I just was like, oh, the dark skinned Nigerian woman that's on ESPN. She's like, yeah,
Shanae,
woo, my
yeah,
lord, yeah, she's
she has
beautiful.
really big feet, but she is, it's cool. Her feet,
I just wouldn't look at her feet.
you
I just
can't,
would. I
you
mean, when we
can't
go out
miss
on a
them.
date,
You can't
I'd be
miss
like,
them when I'm watching her on ESPN. And I'm like, okay, she looked nice tonight. And then it's like, yo, she got the size 13 and a half shacks on. Like, it's like, yo,
I'm
like,
looking her square in the eyes, like, you are a beautiful woman. Let's go
okay,
eat.
yeah, it's cool.
Let's go to rest. Let's go to get some dinner.
And then you sit at the table and her feet are over there by you, and you look down like, whoa, what the hell? It's like,
She got on clown shoes. What's going on?
oh man, how shallow am I? We're gonna
Eddie
see tonight.
Murphy.
We're gonna see tonight how
We
shallow I
gonna see
actually am.
Mr. Murphy from Boomerang.
Man, goodness gracious. Earl Henning said, "Great day, my brothers. Fuck Donald Trump and his friends." Earl,
Every week.
right?
I love that
Ewok
dude so much.
Ewok says, "Walks world. What it do, Ewok?"
What up, Ewok?
Rita Shaw says, "I'm proud of the women boxing in the WNBA. I'm very girly, but always have been athletic. My body type speaks for it. Even my daughter's very athletic. Bill, um,
What's
has
up?
a very okay." She says, "Women athletes do not all walk like they are giants with heels on." Okay,
Giants with heels. I like that.
okay. She said, "And my tall ass didn't have big feet." And that's cool. That's cool because I do, it's something to be said about a woman with some height on her, some long legs, and all that kind of stuff. So, when I was in high school, Washington High School had a very dominant girls basketball program. I think they may have won 2 or 3 state titles.
Yeah, I heard about
And
that.
I was young. I really never really paid attention to women's sports. I mean, during that time especially, like it wasn't as popular as it is now.
No.
But I remember vividly, we went, I don't know where we were. Me and my partner, shout out to my partner GT. We were at some event and it was MPS athletes. And the Washington girls basketball team came in and I was tripping because it looked like a bunch of dudes. And they were really, like I said, they were husky. Like, what's happening? What up? What up, y'all? I was like, yo. So when I when I went to college, the women's basketball team, I'm gonna be honest with you, the majority of them were butch lesbians. I mean, some of these girls even like rode like motorcycles, bro. Like we
Mm.
coming out the student center and when did they come out and when she jump on the Harley and pull past us like it's like yo. The only females the only female sports team, female athletes that we typically paid attention to were the volleyball.
Volley or
Yeah,
soccer
so
too.
yeah, soccer. We didn't as football players. We didn't have a lot of contact with the soccer girls,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
but usually the volleyball girls were in camp when we were in camp in the fall. So they'd be in the dorms with us or in a adjacent dorm or practicing while we're in there. So yeah, I just, I like women to be feminine. I'm not
Oh
really
yeah,
in, you.
all that
It's
other
cool.
shit.
It's cool. It's cool. Sharita said, she said, "Yep, they did. Women basketball sports was considered gay at that time." Hey, I'm just saying, like, and then when I would talk to people, especially when I was in college, people talk, and the report would always come back like, "Yo, that's they a couple type shit." This is the mid to late '90s. It wasn't as normal. Gay wasn't as gay. It wasn't as normal as it is now. So it is
Gay
what it
was
is.
still gay.
Well, eh, I mean, and I don't got nothing against gay people. I'm just saying it just wasn't back then. You still kind of looked at it like, yo, what's up with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, um, unless a female was the homie from the hood or she was kin to you, she was like our age. Once we got to be teenagers, wearing boy clothes and acting
Yeah,
like that, we was kind of like, ugh, like get away from here.
my grandmother used to be like, because I got a cousin, he gay, and she's like, is you a gay? She still call people a gay. She's like, are you a gay?
My mom used to say bull dagger. She a
I didn't
damn
heard
bull
that
dagger.
before.
Like, oh Lord,
I didn't
man.
heard a whole bunch of stuff, slurs.
Bull
Yikes.
dagger. Um,
Yeesh.
Sharita says, let me see. She says now it's forced, but it's okay though. Just don't force the ideology. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things have been normalized now. So gay men
Yeah.
are way more like it's some real feminine dudes in the hood that be out on the block right now. Back in the days, you didn't really see them dudes out mixing and matching with the street dudes like that. Like,
No,
you know
because
what
they
I'm
would
saying?
get
Like
their asses whooped.
brothers didn't want them around. We hey man, move around with that shit. Like so it's just I look at some of these youngsters now, some of these young brothers, and they be out with their little cliques and you mess around here when I'm talking. It's like, whoa, Tex, hold on. Yo, what's up with your mans? But
Whose man
world
is this?
change, man. Right. Whose man's is this? Right. She said her best cousin is gay, is who she is. Best cousin is who she is, love her to the fullest. Yeah, I got some broad shouldered female cousins. That's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's all good.
They are allowed to be who they are.
Yep.
But so yeah, we get to this Trump thing. We'll get back to the lesbian stuff in a minute because I had something that an article
We'll
that I
get back to the lesbian stuff in a minute.
we'll get back to the lesbian stuff. So if you're a lesbian, we got something for you later on. Um, no, but with the whole Trump thing, first he's locked out of his meeting, and then the White House Correspondents' Dinner, they all chilling, and then there's gunfire somehow somewhere. And all of a sudden the building's evacuated, and Trump took the time to say this is why he wanted to build his ballroom.
When I heard him say that, Kev, that was one of the things that actually threw me off the most. I did not. I mean, I've learned to expect the unexpected with this clown, but when he said that, I was like this, like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
So has the construction on the ballroom been stopped? There was some law that came out that said they couldn't use certain kinds of money. So
yes, it honestly, from everything that I've researched, that one is a touchy one because at first they couldn't do it. Then they said they couldn't use taxpayer dollars. And to be honest, I don't think that they probably are using. He know way too many people with bread, so he's probably not using taxpayer dollars like that. But at the same time, that whole thing is murky, man. I have no idea about that one in particular because it's not even clear, dog. So it sounds like they're going. It sounds like they're going to build it. You know what I mean? But then it sounds at the same time like he's having some pushback. So I don't know if it's public pushback because I think he's getting quite a bit of that. But legally, I think they can proceed.
Yeah, build a ballroom. That's what you need, a ballroom. What is this fucking 1850? Like, come on.
He needs a ballroom.
I want him. This is why you need to build me my ballroom. Like,
I need my ballroom, so I don't got to get shot at like this.
Hopefully, you'll be gone before the ballroom is done, before it's completed. If they do build it,
careful what you wish for. That might happen. Mama
Jenkins says, "Good evening, my outlaw family. It's just good to be a woman," and that's what my mama said to Bull Dagger. And most of them, that's what her mama said, Bull Dagger. And most of them back in the days looked just like that. Dion said that shit was phony. It's phony. But they got a brother in custody. You said his brother's a teacher. He's from, where's he from? Chicago?
Cali.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's from Cali.
Okay.
And I haven't been able to find a whole lot of details because you hear the gunshots, but nobody shot at Trump. Like
no.
You know what I mean? Like last time when his ear was supposedly injured and all this kind of stuff. So, we'll see. We'll see. Where smoke is fire, right? Like, I mean, this is message, as they say. Like Trump.
Message.
The people in this country don't like you. Your approval rate, I don't care what poll you look at, the people don't like you. They don't, popular opinion is highly slanted against you. Why do you think that is? It's not because you're doing such a great job. So, it's crazy. This is Earl. He said, my niece is a WNBA player, 1999 camps, Sonia Henning. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. That's dope. Mama Jenkins said, when watching the video, did y'all see that man still sitting at that table looking like, what the fuck is happening?
That's why motherfuckers get killed like that.
I didn't really watch the tape a whole lot of times because when I was watching it, what I noticed is how they just surrounded Trump. Like his his security just like, I'm like, that's a suck ass job. Like, take a
you gotta protect this dickhead. Yeah.
All right. It was just crazy. Who is this? Kerry Walker Jones. How you doing? She said his big ass sweating a ballroom so he could wear his best dress.
Oh God, these comments are good.
Ewok says it went from private donors, now he wants taxpayers' money. Okay, for the ballroom.
Why wouldn't he?
Ruben Anderson, how you doing, my brother? Hope everything is going well for you. Sharita Shaw says, hell, public opinion will get your ass fired. Yeah, we hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed. We were talking about the 25th Amendment a couple weeks ago, and then he was locked out locked out of the meeting for the codes and all this kind of stuff. So let's see what we can come up with, man. Let's keep working towards it. Try to get him out of here. Kerry Walker said that man had on a sweatshirt that said Israel Special Forces.
God dang, dude.
Okay.
It don't stop, dude.
Is that why he didn't move? Like, well, he ain't, I don't know.
Maybe that's why he didn't get killed either.
Well, nobody died. And even the brother who did the shooting didn't die.
No.
Which is unusual because I thought they would have murked the shit out of him. But,
Who are you telling, Kev? Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I'm like, okay, he was there to allegedly assassinate the president and he walks out of there. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. A little shocked by that.
Trump, because even the white boy who shot at Trump and shot his ear,
dead.
They murked him on the spot, right? Like his ass.
And we know nothing about him, by the way. We don't know anything about him either.
Yeah. Mama Jenkins said he might as well be dead.
Exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't get one hell of an ass whooping once they got him. Like,
oh yeah.
He probably somewhere lumped up like a motherfucker. Like, yo,
Willie lump.
Hey. So and the other big news over the weekend, like
I know what you're about to say.
yeah, like the big news is Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion breaking up, right? Like, well, Megan Thee Stallion breaking up with Klay Thompson. Okay, so first of all, I'm amazed. I can't believe that people put this much stock into celebrity relationships.
Yes.
It's always amazing to me where people are having these reactions when a celebrity couple breaks up, and it's like, yo, it's finger pointing whose fault is it? Oh, he fumbled. Oh, he's stupid and this kind of thing. And how could he cheat on Megan Thee Stallion and all this kind of stuff? And and then Clay came out and said, well, actually, she cheated first, right? And he's like, I spent a lot of money here, which which is on Clay. Um,
Exactly.
but and then it always translates into men and women arguing. Like women take the opportunity to say basically men ain't shit, and
Mhm.
this is this, that, and the third. When first of all, you don't know the details of what triggered it. Secondly, just because somebody has a public image doesn't mean that that person once they have a significant other, they will never break up because that person will bend over backwards to stay with them. I kind of feel for Megan Thee Stallion because I feel like this young sister experienced some success early, but it's been nothing but drama from them. The rumors of her just being just super, super hard drinking. So I even heard her say when she first came into the industry, she was a little loose, right? Like, so she's been with a lot of dudes, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
and people don't take that like, Clay is like a super conservative, straight laced dude who, knowing that he's probably fifth or sixth or seventh or eighth or ninth or 10th in line is like, can you imagine going somewhere with your girl and everywhere you go, you see some dude who she done something with? Like, now imagine all of the dudes that the public knows
Yeah.
about. Imagine how many we don't know about. How many celebrities has she? I
They
said when
kept it
she
on the
started,
DL. Yep.
I said when she started, I felt like she was pigeonholing herself. She was just too over the top with the sexuality.
Yeah.
Um, I just, uh, and but I didn't. When women went to tripping, I'm like, y'all know men don't care. Like we don't give a shit. Like we
No.
don't care about no damn celebrity couples, and we don't care that because somebody got a fine person who's supposed to be a celebrity, and they break up with them. Men are like, oh well, motherfuckers break up every day, b. Like nobody cares. Nobody cares, man. And so I just think it's funny when I see women just really taking a chance to just it's so many man hating women nowadays.
Oh yeah.
There is a this is a precedent for man haters. Like there's some women who really got issues with men. I
Yeah.
know it's men who got issues with women as well. Don't get me wrong, but come
Yeah.
on, man. Like there's some sisters out
It's
here
not
who
the
really,
same. Yeah, it's not the same.
what we call, they say they really got moss for you. Um, Ewok says the Secret Service man was shot by another agent, and they shot at dude 5 times and missed. Um, MPD shoot niggas better than them.
Oh, shit.
Somebody ass getting fired. Oh man. Um, this is Sharita. She says the stupid ass general population is more invested. She said Earl Henny said, "Who said pussy costs more than dick?" Leave it to Earl, man. Leave it to Earl, man.
I'm
Classic.
sorry. Earl's hilarious, man. He just
Um,
is.
Ewok says, "I don't understand why 50-year-old people care so much about celebrities. That shit is crazy." And then this is Carrie Walker Jones. She said she likes sex. She just likes to hump when she slept with her best friend man and shot her. And that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. That is very fine. But okay, so if you are a promiscuous individual and you put it out there, you have to expect people to have an opinion about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Especially when we start talking about celebrities and we know young children and young teenage girls and all this kind of stuff. They're influenced by this stuff. Um, so I just feel like she just kind of played her card too early. And I don't know what kind of woman she is because I don't know her and I don't really follow her like that. But if Clay was unhappy and now the rumor is she cheated with one of his teammates.
Oh God.
So I mean, it's
She the victim though.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when
Yeah,
people start
it's
running their
no.
mouths and they don't know what's going on, you don't never know. Um, you never know what's going on. And if she likes sex, that's cool. That's fine. And
Yes, Sam.
woman who, that's fine. Like, but when you put it out there, don't be surprised that certain shit comes back to you or on you, right? No pun intended. But you can expect this. I just think going forward, it's gonna be very hard to take her serious at anything, going forward, because she's just made such a I think she kind of pigeonholed herself. Like
That
she
whop
over
ain't whopping.
say that again.
That whop ain't whopping.
Well, I seen a meme that said WAP between her and Cardi B. The WAP is 0-2 in sports, right?
WAP is 0-2.
I don't who the fuck came up with that. That's so
you
good.
Girls need to stop it.
Oh, the WAP is 0-2 in
ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Well, I mean, it's good for what it's good for. Like, right? Like, okay, but
you get that's like you get what you ask for, right?
I mean,
oh my God, that's so funny.
You fish with a certain kind of bait, you don't catch some fish. God damn it.
It's fine. If you got it, if you got the WAP and you want to talk about it, that's fine. But then it plays out when you see
like I think the thing about that is a lot of people think that sex is what is everything about a relationship. Sex is what keep a relationship. You know what I mean? Women think if they ass is bigger or they pussy wetter, you know what I mean, the man gonna stay and it's gonna make her more faithful. And it ain't even that. That's where we got shit fucked up at. And that's one of the reasons why I hate that song came out. Or even song, but just the mentality.
Well, listen, for all the women out there, I think women need to understand, and this is like time and time again, history has shown you, men in general don't really give a shit about a lot of minor bullshit. Like, we don't care about most men are more focused on what's in front of them and what's on the side of them or behind them in terms of little small shit, right? Like, so if you really want to be in with your man, figure out what his focus is. Right, because most of us don't care about no small, minor, petty ass shit. Like we
like the motherfucker that makes us happy.
That's why men feel like women nag a lot, because women sweat the details on a lot of different stuff, and a man is just kind of unbothered by shit. Like he just kind of it'd be all right. And my father was so nonchalant and so unflappable. It used to drive my mother absolutely crazy because it was hard to get him to sweat shit. Like he was, once he went to work and came home and he's like, she's going on and on about and Pa's sitting there with his cigarette. She said, God damn it, what do you care about? And he'd look up like, well, I'm listening to what you're saying, but he never had an emotional reaction to shit, right? Like, so guess who inherited that, right? Like oh yeah,
I think it's just it's more of a man's way at the way we think. You know what I mean? Because she like, man, listen, she can ask me what do I want to eat for dinner, and I'm fucking clueless. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, I don't care. I'm gonna eat whatever you put on my plate. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna love it because you did it for me. You know what I'm talking about? Like, as simple as that. Like, whatever you give me, I'm the happiest motherfucker alive.
So, you know what I'm saying? The funny part, Kamar, about that is, that is the worst conversation to ever get into with your woman about what we gonna eat for dinner. Because if you say, well, I don't care, it can turn into, see, that's the problem. You don't care about nothing. It's like,
and then it go either way, right?
And then if she says, no, you just pick something, and you say, all right, forget it, get Chinese food. Then she'll say, I really wasn't in the mood for Chinese food. Well,
yeah.
Did you ask me for? Like, it's like, well,
you really try to get me to say what you want, right?
I mean, and then sometimes you just don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? And I find that my safest thing is always say, whatever you want to eat, I'm cool with it. But that don't always save my ass. So
then that could turn into something too.
yeah, so I mean, I think that's the secret that women, a lot of them, because I'm not gonna say all of them, a lot of them don't get. Men don't really sweat a lot of shit. Like if you got a man who sweats every little detail and he's overly emotional, he's probably gay. Yeah,
right. Like we asked a woman, "How was your day?" We just expected, "Oh, it was fine, it's cool." You asked us, "How was our day?" "Oh, it was cool. You was straight." But no, when you ask a woman how was her day, you gonna hear about the motherfucker that made the coffee too hot. You gonna hear about the car that pissed her, or the motherfucker driving on the way to work that pissed her off. It's so fucking
true. And most of the time, you just sitting there like, "Damn, that's crazy." That's
right. That'd be the answer right there.
Oh,
damn,
wow, that's crazy.
You know what though? You gotta do it slick though. Like when she be saying stuff and boom, 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 you just chime in. Man, fuck them motherfuckers. Yeah, you
throw that in there every once in a while when it's that kind of conversation. Yeah,
be like, no, they didn't. No,
fuck her.
Ain't that the one you say shit like, that's the one you were talking about last week with the ugly shoes, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the one with all the kids. Oh, okay. But it'd be funny too when your woman say, "How was your day at work?" and you say, "It was cool," and then later on you'd be like, "Well, it was a fire. You see on the news, it was a fire at your job today." Yeah, I thought you said it was smooth. Shit, it wasn't in my department. It's bothering me.
Right. If it happened to her, you'd have heard about the fire department, the fire chief, the motherfucker that started the fire, who got burnt.
Carrie Walker Jones says it's in her documentary. I've never seen Megan's documentary. Sharita Shaw said real OG shit here. She was talking about shouting out Kamar. She said the WAP is working with people with no experience. I guess so. But how long is the question? It don't last long.
The WAP is working for prostitutes.
This is Sharita says sex is only most or less 25% of a stable relationship. Okay. It's good to have, but this is Ewok. He said some women went out to test the WAP on 5 different because of that song collecting ratings. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Earl said you got to be ready for the long conversation. I got a caller on the line. Is it like Texas? Is this Texas caller? What's on your mind?
Hey, this is Rube. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Ruben? I'm well. How about you?
I just had to call and ask y'all this because me and my wife didn't have a discussion on y'all conversation here about sex, But today I was in a place, right? I went to buy me some antique things, and so there's a lady up in there, and she walked up to her. She seen this piece that she really liked, but she walked up to her husband, right? And she rubbed his arm. Not like, there was a different kind of, you could tell what she was on. And she's like, "Babe, come here. I want to show you this. I want this." And he looking all down at her because she ready, you can tell. And then so he goes and buy it. But when I left there, and this made me just question this, do you think that men, period, that they pay for sex on a daily in a sense? You know what I mean? I'm not talking about from hookers and things like that. I'm talking about within a relationship. Sometimes and today it really made me think about that. So I just want y'all opinion. We give them what they want, give them what they need, because we love them, of course, but it feel like with the dude I saw today, it was kind of weird. I'm like, damn, dude, are you actually paying for the sex? Is that kind of crazy to think that maybe that's what we do on a regular to make our women happy? And, I don't know. What do you think about that? Because my wife is tripping on it.
I think, okay, so my thing has always been, as a man, you're going to either pay for it directly or indirectly. Right? So from the first time you meet this woman, you're going to take her out. You're going to take her to a movie. You're going to buy her something to eat. Right? It don't start off with... I mean, unless you're really, really rich, you don't start off with purses and rings and all this kind of stuff and dresses and shoes. But eventually you get that worked in there as well. Like, so yeah, you're going to pay. I don't know. And I don't know if it's really paying for sex per se, because I think that kind of commoditizes it and make it look like, okay, your wife is a hooker. But I think that they say romance without finance is a nuisance. So I believe that as a man, you're going to indirectly just to buy some food. Like if you stop, baby, I'm on my way home and go by Wendy's. And this is one of my things. If I feed you, I got love for you. If I buy some food for you, if I got enough wherewithal to, I'm about to feed myself, and I'm gonna say, let me see if she wants something. I feel like that's love. That's showing, hey, I really love you. So yeah, I think I think there's a financial commitment that you make, and I don't know if it's really. I think you're more or less paying for what they call it, companionship, as opposed to sex. Let's say you're paying for companionship. Go ahead, Kamar.
I was gonna say I think it's a matter of perception, right? Because like when you it's different when you single. You know what I mean? Like in one way or another, you paying for sex. But I think when you in a relationship, it ain't about paying for sex no more. You know what I mean? It's like you doing stuff to keep your partner happy now. And in turn, by keeping your partner happy,
you
should be getting all the sex you want. Really, it's more, I think, like I say, perception. I think really once you get in a relationship, it's about keeping your partner happy, doing stuff like, look, I love you, showing actual love, you know what I'm saying? Because like now, if you in a relationship and you doing shit and expecting sex behind it, I mean, your heart could get broken real quick. Because like, you know what I mean? You can reach over and try to get something. Oh, hell no, nigga. But you like, but I just bought this new car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that fine line in there. You know what I mean?
You just bought a new car. If you just bought a new car, you shouldn't even have to reach for it, man. It's supposed to be laid out, man.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. But some brothers ain't got it like that in their relationship.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What really made me go up on that is because after she rubbed his arm and looked at him, right, and he looking at her body, right? So I'm thinking to myself, Dad, you paying for sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what the heck is going on? You gave him that look. But anyway, my second thing I want to bring to you guys' attention, I heard Bro speak on it a little while ago. It's this assassination attempt. Isn't it funny that we haven't heard anything from the parent or anybody to talk about this boy's death, or the parents to apologize on national TV?
Now, which you a little muffled, Ruben? You said now who the parents of who?
I gotta get you off speaker. My bad. It's kind of weird that the dude who's supposedly the young cat that supposedly attempted to assassinate Trump, right? But you ain't never heard from his mother, his daddy, any relatives in their family. Ain't nothing like that ever been spoken of. Isn't that kind of crazy?
It's not a whole bunch of information, period, in regards to the brother. So I don't know. Somebody check on him. What they say, check on your people. Like I don't know. Not a whole lot of information. I don't even know. Once again, it's a very strange situation because the gunfire was, I guess, a floor above them. Like you hear the gunfire, but who was shooting at who. Like we don't. There's not a whole lot of details of what even transpired. Like we don't really know. Really what happened. So I guess we just kind of.
But I'm talking about the young white dude that shot at him before.
Oh, the one that they murked.
Yeah, the one that they murked before they got a chance. And the parents were never interviewed. Nobody was ever talked to, and we never heard anything else about it. Although we all agree that it was a staged event. Yeah, you got to kill somebody, but that's just what do they call that? Collateral damage. But ain't that weird? We never heard from his family.
Yeah, that was kept on the hush too, and that was just like how Trump's ear healed up so magically and mysteriously too. Is like that
was real gang. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I just want those two things were pressing us, and we just listening to you, man. Actually enjoying the show. I'm glad you back. The time that you was gone, that was kind of weird because I didn't have nobody to tune into. But I'm glad you back. Keep on doing what you're doing. To the brothers out there, I just say hello to you, queens. Y'all be careful out there too as well. And God bless y'all. I'll talk to you soon, bro.
Appreciate you, Ruben, man. Always.
All day,
sir.
brothers.
Yes,
y'all be easy. All right.
Yeah. Let me go to the chat room, y'all. This is Ace Cooley. He said, ready to get a stinky on my winky. Ace, I don't know. I don't know where you at right now, my brother. I don't know about that one. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know. I have to give you one of these. A stinky on your winky. I don't know what's going on. That what it sounds like is very inappropriate.
Very.
Outlaws, what it do, man? What up? Kerry Walker Jones said that the right man can conjure the WAP out of a desert. Okay, good point. Good point. Maybe that's why it's not as big a deal as maybe that song. Maybe, you know, it's that song was that's hip hop though. You a lot of bravado. You overstating it. Just say you putting something on it. And you know, I think a lot of men who are experienced enough to know, like, yeah, well, you got WAP. Most women got WAP if they really, you know, attracted to you and turned on. Like, I guess that's part of it naturally. I don't know. It was a statement that they made, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. From a hip hop perspective, I thought it was just hip hop as usual. I think people were shocked because there's women kind of being garish about, you know, some of the details of their sexual activities, which in 2026, I don't think that should still be taboo. But it did surprise some people, but it ain't working out. I mean, if you look at it,
he said it ain't working out.
It ain't working. It's not holding, right? Like it's like, you know, maybe they should change that to nap. Nice ass personality. Maybe we should be working on our personalities. I don't know.
Hey, I had people posting stuff about that, and I just chimed in on a few things. I'm just like, man, would I want my daughter to date an NBA baller? No, not while they're in the league. No. And would I want, and even women in my family got so mad. I said I would be so disappointed if my son brought home Megan Thee Stallion. I just would not want him to date a woman like that. I just wouldn't. Oh, what's wrong with her? This and this and this. I'm like, what's wrong with her is I don't want that for my son. She just 2 years ago got shot in the foot for being associated with allegedly. You know, it just seemed like it's a lot of drama with her. And the stuff she be talking about, nah, man, I'm good. And maybe it's because I'm older now. I get it, but I'm not a fan of her at all.
You know what, Ian? I wouldn't be disappointed with my son. We just have to sit down and have a talk. I would just want him to know what's what. Like,
yeah, if he love her, obviously.
Like how you feel now? If he was head over heels and he was lost and caught up in the WAP, then I'd had to tell him, like, son, you know, this is not. This is not gonna be that, and I'm gonna need for you to, you know, put your black card away. Because Clay said he spent a lot of money, man. He spent a lot of money on.
And on top of it, like, I noticed that she was way too comfortable when they had issues. I guess apparently she put a post up. I said, dude, that's so she can create the victim card. I was like, I'd be careful about siding with her for all you people that care about this. I said, I'm like, she's not making a good go of it. I'm like, yeah, there's something more to it. And I didn't even know about the cheating allegations with her. Although I believe it. These people do anything, man. So I believe it. She probably did.
You know, she wanted to spread the WAP out a little bit.
I believe that.
Earl said you always paying for it up until the end.
Up until the end.
Rita said romance without finances, Foxy Brown. We think different. Okay. It's okay to think differently about it. I just where I could see it at, because what do most relationships break up over? It's money.
Money.
Right.
And infidelity. Yep.
Yeah. So she said a healthy relationship is a mutual agreement about upkeep. Well, it's a lot that makes a healthy relationship. And y'all ain't gonna rope me into talking about I know people talk about relationships on the show, Kevin. And I'm like, no, I never do that. I don't want to do that, but y'all wrote me in. Let me see. Robert Barnes, what up, cuzzo, man? How you doing, man? Oh man, good to see you with us, family. My OG cuzzo right there, real one right there.
Yes,
he calling it like it is, he is. Okay. We talking about who we talking about, boo, or cuz I don't want to say it. I hate to say family nicknames, right? Let me see. Earl Henning said, if I am, I'm paying for it always. If I am paying for it always. I know he was muffled. He said he had us on speaker. So that's why we got Ruben up there. We got him tight. Ewok, what it do, man?
What it do, man? What's going on, fellas?
Man,
what up, Ewok?
What's going down? Hey, I feel like this, man. By the time a man, from the man perspective, by the time a man turns 40, he needs to have his observation and communication skills in order, so you know what you're getting into. You can look and see what type of female she is by the way she dressed, the way she portray herself. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of needy. She wants things. You know what I'm saying? The conversation part comes in, and well, the way she talks, she gonna let you know. She gonna let you know. It's for you to decide if you want that. Don't be surprised and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you just spent $250 at motherfucking at the steakhouse and shit, and she be like, she tell you ain't getting no pussy. You know what I'm saying? She don't sell pussy for $200 motherfucking steak dinners and shit. You know, you can't be mad at her. That shit crazy, man. That's how some niggas they approach the situation.
Yeah,
I mean that's just my little 2 cents.
No, and it's all good. But I just think it's, everybody there has to be boundaries. So, if you put it out there, I'm for sale, don't get mad when somebody treats you like a possession. You know what I'm saying? And if you put it out there like I'm not giving you a damn thing because I'm a tightwad, don't be mad when you left dry and lonely a lot, right? Because especially if you have it, like nobody wants to be with a person that got a lot but don't want to give your ass a dime. It's like, yo, I don't even want to be with you. So I just think it comes down to the individuals. But I think for a man, like you said, it's important as a man that we learn from our experiences in dealing with women, so that you don't make the same mistakes over and over and over. And by a certain age, you should be seasoned. You should be able to see things, and for a woman too, you should be able to see things before, you get to them. So at our age, when we hear WAP and we see a lot of the crazy, goofy tactics, we already, this ain't your first rodeo. You gonna say, nah, man, I'm not. That's not cool. But you got a lot of young people who on the come up trying to figure it out as they go. So they fall victim to the WAPs and to the all of the trickeries and the pitfalls. So A says, for me, it's old school chivalry. I'll take you to Applebee's, Olive Gardens. He said she got to work her way up to Ruth Chris. He said that's when we are established. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, Earl Henning said Hollywood. Okay. And then let me go down to the chat room. Now hold on before you get off, Ewald, because I want you to. This next part is crazier. Kerry Walker Jones said that boy did his job. He's somewhere in the south of France with millions and a new identity and a lap dance. He said y'all was talking about that nasty shit. Before I just joined in. I didn't hear nobody talking about no stinky or no winky, man. Like you brought that to the table, Ace. I don't know how you can blame that on me and the Outlaws, man. It just sounded funny. She said, Earl Henny said Neosporin work. Earl, what are we talking about here? Sharita Shaw said it was a joke, though. She said romance against finance, but people be playing and don't even understand. Okay. Money, gotta have money, man. Money make the world go round. Earl Henning said you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I think you can, though. That might be the best housewife. Might be the best housewife. Right? Like, I mean, she's experienced.
Neospora, I mean, you in the cut.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Said this is Sharita. She said she can let you know about how you coping with her. She's scoping you. What the fuck are you doing when initially you already have watched the clock to see how much you're going to do? I don't know, Sharita. You called me and you and me a conversation. I'm trying to catch up with you. I don't know what that means. She said, why entertain it? And she said, she said, I ain't out shit. If we flying, we flying. The fuck? We done got Sharita pissed. So while we talking about like men and women relationships, I seen that Niecy Nash, who is a Hollywood actress, who I guess she had been married twice, had children. She wrote a book about relationships and how to keep your man happy. And she was the one who was coming out saying, anytime her and her man got into an argument, she'd just take off her clothes and like you can't argue. Man can't argue with a naked woman, and all this kind of stuff. She was famous. She got notoriety for saying. And then she broke up with her husband, and now she's in a full-blown marriage with a woman. So I put in the People's News Network where she came out and stated more and more every day women over 40 are choosing to be in relationships with women because I guess because of the inadequacies of men, or some of the statement was something like it was like a new recollection of women over 40 now deciding, hey, I want to be with a woman now. And people reacted to the story and were saying like, no, that's dumb. But I mean, what would you expect her to say? Right? Like, so I don't know that there's a majority or a new phenomenon of women once they hit 40 saying, you know what, I want me a woman. You could say the same thing for a man who turns 40 and all of a sudden he's with another dude. Well, he was gay the whole time,
Yeah,
right?
that shit crazy right there.
Yeah, I thought it was a wild statement. And there are a lot of lesbians couples that if, the woman hits 40 or she gets a little bit older and she decides what she wants to be with a woman, but I think she was a lesbian the whole time. I don't think it was this
Yes.
new wave of information or this new wave of energy that makes women say, you know what? I'm a lesbian. I think you probably been a lesbian the whole time, right? Like, so, and your man probably knew. He probably knew, like, yo, I kind of figured she was, on that. But
And some of this shit is meant to be spoken with a therapist with, though. It's so many platforms out here where people is crying to this whole platform of people that, it's the crazy thing is it's more followers than leaders on this earth. You know what I'm saying? It's way more followers. And guess what? It has to be somebody that runs things. I understand that the queen bee, the king, the pharaoh, but it is way too many people who are followers, man. And sometimes this platform can lead a lot of people astray and shit. Just these weak-minded people. Now, I'm not saying that everybody got a weak mind, but when you start following these people on these platforms and let them sway how you really would think for yourself, that's where the weirdness come in at. You know what I'm saying? That's why these women is so nuts and shit, talking about what they want, what they expect, looking like Moms Mabley and shit, wearing 400 pounds and shit, talking about what they think they finna get. Man, I'd be like, they be serious, bro. They be dead ass and shit. Like they finna get motherfucking 25-year-old Denzel with a pocket full of fucking money, and he gonna give it to her with her 4 or 5 kids and shit, and she over there 500 pounds. That shit is nuts.
I just think you're a confused individual. Like for me, I think sometimes you just confused. So if you are that old and you still ain't sure, like, oh well, I think I want to be with a man or a woman, another woman. I think you was confused anyways, and so I think you'll also be disappointed by your new choice. I think you'll probably learn the hard way. Look, I got to step away for a second. Give me a second. Y'all keep it going. I'll be right.
For sure. Man. So, I mean, personally, I believe as far as that whole thing where they put that out there, like, oh, women all of a sudden want to start dating women or whatever. I think they just put that out there just so they can just put a new narrative out there. That's not the case. I don't believe that, because you always done had that and you always gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I think it's just crazy, OG, because I just think they kind of like to push these narratives out, like the Klay Thompson thing and Megan Thee Stallion. I came from a completely different perspective. Just a little bit I read, I was like, man, I love how y'all try to always make the dude be the villain. Like, dude, whatever. And apparently, this is what my cousin told me, because I don't really give a shit about a lot of this. But my cousin specifically said, oh yeah, well, she was with him through all the downtimes, and he said he don't know if he can be monogamous. So wait a second. He said he don't know. So he was being honest with her, and you ripping him for it? Like, that's wild to me, bro. Like, I'm like, if that's the case, he really didn't whatever. And man, if they have some kind of open relationship or whatever, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan. I'm not
I
a
want to
fan.
know. Hey, I want to know, when did he have a downtime that she knew him? Cause shit, the nigga been a millionaire from day one.
Exactly,
why was she with
bro.
him in his downtime? What downtime?
I guess because he got traded or whatever. I think that's what she mean. But like you said, dog, dude, straight. He's straight. He good. He's real good, and he can date whoever he want, man. I personally was a little shocked because, like, let's just say, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of hers. I just don't. That whole thing with the Tory Lanez thing, and and they said it's new evidence and whatever, and he can't, you know what I'm saying? They liked her, I guess, and I guess he's still stuck in the box or whatever. I don't know, man.
He was talking about it was something about she lied about something about that Tory Lane whole
yeah, I was like, if she up there doing that,
if
bro,
that's the case, I lose respect. You know what I mean?
I don't like
that,
bro, because he shouldn't be in there.
Let a motherfucker go to prison. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what it seemed like, dog.
Prison, you lose respect for me.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, dog. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Obviously, we wasn't there, but just what it sounded like in the things I read, and then this more lawyers saying it, they kind of like whatever. I'm just like, man, it sounds like she let this dude go to jail. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm not saying that's how it is, because Kevin always talk about allegedly and stuff, and that's a good point. But yeah, man, it sound like she let homie go to the box. That's what it sounded like to me personally. I don't know.
So why do people care so much about this shit? Why is the audience so big for this type of shit, man? When we sitting around going to work every day trying to do what we do, get our motherfucking.
People.
Some people be vested in it. I'm like, they be emotional behind this shit. Like, man, you hear what Clay did to Meg? Oh, he a dirty motherfucker.
That's exactly what they was on.
What got to do with you?
Hey,
that ain't none of your business.
I was saying that shit last week or the other week with Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty. It was the same. It's the same thing. Ain't no different. You know what I mean? Only difference is niggas feel like it's a reason to go back and forth with each other about what a snitch is now.
Yeah. Well, you got different versions of gossip now. You got male gossip and you got female gossip. Right. So men are gonna gossip.
And niggas in the middle of both of them.
Right. So
the social media followers will get your ass dead in prison and shit, trying to hype it up. You know what I'm saying? It's 10 million motherfuckers talking about Gucci Man a snitch. What y'all want him to do, man? Just walk in broad daylight and go kill this nigga and shit to satisfy your gangsterism or what you think is a gangster in your brain and shit to make you feel better? Yeah, I'm not gonna go do shit neither, motherfucker. I got $100 million in the bank to satisfy y'all. Y'all want me to go go kill Pooh Shiesty? Yeah, fuck y'all niggas, man.
Let me go to the chat room because while I was away, people posted comments. Dion said they want to eat some meow meow meow. Carrie Walker Jones said, "Shit, ain't no way. That's too much estrogen in one place." She said, "I'll beat a bitch up. I can't stand bitchy men." Sharita says, "Most of the time it seemed like it's survival mode. They have gotten so deep. So how can I survive to get to the dreams they deprived me out of?" Ace Cooley said, "That's the weird shit going on with the Atlanta scene. I wasn't aware that the black community had so many down low brothers." Sharita says she got a lot to say, right? I'm glad that's good that you have a lot to say. Ace says, let's just call it what it is. Jay-Z helped her lie on Tory Lanez.
That's what I heard.
She said, no, Sharita's disagreeing. And I can't wait to see what Earl had to say. Earl is always outdoing himself. I can get the comment up. Damn, I didn't know this many comments. I wasn't gone that long. Did I miss Earl? Carrie Walker said she lied and said she wasn't sleeping with him, and she was. She admitted she lied to Gayle King. That's true. And A said, look, man, women get mad when the shit ends and they not on top. They will go to the extremes, fuck your life up. Thank them liberal ass white women for that shit. What it do? Mariah Johnson, what up, famo? How you doing? How you doing, man? Or I should say cuzzo. I shouldn't say man because Mariah is very much a woman. How you doing, cuzzo? Let me see if I can go back to Earl's comment. There we go. He said, "Pussy wanted pussy that all I can see." I told you, Earl he never disappoints. I do have Dion on the line. Dion, what it do, man?
Man, how you doing?
We're good. What's popping with you, man? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm part of the show. I'm part of the show too. God damn it, I just ain't on video. You're gonna have to send me a link one day, man. You know, for real. I don't be doing shit, you know. I'm a first shifter now, so normally I used to be at work around this time, last year. No, I started working for the city last year around the time. Yeah, well, but still, like, goddamn these dogs. But yeah, no, just chiming in on, what the sad part about it though, with that Trump shit though, I didn't even know, because like I said, I listen to Al Jazeera, other news broadcast shows. I didn't even know it was a shooting in Indiana on the college campus. You know what I'm saying? When I seen that shit to happen, I can't tell you nothing about that. Because, after a while, I can, man, you just get so sick and tired of, like, the antics. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel with one radio host shit, they was like, even though him getting reelected was terrible, but just all the bullshit that he do just keep you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much shit going on in the world, we don't even know. We don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't watched the news. Like, I used to be an advocate news watcher. I used to sit down and watch it. I used to watch the 9 o'clock news. When I first used to work first shift, I'd get off work. I used to watch the 5 o'clock news, the 5:30 world news at night, the 9 o'clock news, and then the 10 o'clock news. And then when COVID came around, I don't even entertain that shit no more. I mainly either be looking like prison stories on YouTube or like other shit that be going on, you know what I'm saying? Like looking at the news in like North Carolina sometimes, or what's going on in Memphis, but they be like hood documentaries and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. So that shit with Trump though, it's just like, that shit just be so petty. And like I was listening to a radio station today, and they was talking about that hotel that assassination was attempted at. That's the same hotel they said, I believe, that Ronald Reagan was shot at. So the security coverage at that particular hotel should have just been like over the top, especially with that many dignitaries. You know what I'm saying? United States dignitaries in there. Like, you had everybody down there, because you know how to, like, if the president get killed, and the vice president and the speaker of the house, and I think who next? The Secretary of Defense, Joint Chief of Staff. Like, you know how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody up in there. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, even like they was talking about, like, when they had the RNC down here, the RNC, how downtown was blocked off, like garbage trucks was used as barricades. It was just so much shit. And then they was talking about they used to, they used to work with Tom Barrett when he was in Congress. And when Tom Barrett was away, they had to have George Bush come in. And then, they was just talking about the scrutiny of background checks you go through. And it's just all types of shit that you got to go through. And how was this man allowed to even be in that event? And then plus, like, just think about past tense of things that happened. When that one lady ran her car into the White House, that black lady, she was killed. The one dude that tried to jump the fence at the White House when Obama was there, you know what I'm saying? He was apprehended, but he wasn't killed. He was a white guy. You know what I'm saying? So we just see all this bullshit going on, you know what I'm saying? And like, when I seen it, because when I seen it, I thought it was a hoax at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was like, it was, because I was watching some on YouTube, and then, the show was on YouTube, and you know how YouTube is, a bunch of shit pop up, and then in the corner it said live, something from the president of the White House, an active shooter. I didn't even bother to click on it. I just went on about it, you know what I'm saying? But just hearing about it, and that shit encapsulates us, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's almost like a fucking soap opera with the White House, though, you know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to see what Ron DeSantis is going to do down there in Florida. Is he going to try to gerrymander the seat? But they was talking about, like, if he do that, he going against the own Florida Constitution, because in their Constitution, they got some shit where they had passed where, like, the governor can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, this shit is weird. I just feel like when the election first happened, we should have set up for succession, and it should have been split like the fucking Civil War. We didn't have to go to Civil War, but we're not honoring that president. He's an invalid president. He's an illegitimate president. We're going to ride with her. You know what I'm saying? And whatever would have went, just would have went. You know what I'm saying? But, we try to be civilized and go about the bullshit. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's sad, though, to see. Even though I never have been a patriot of the United States, and I just started voting when the presidential election came by.
But it's like I could, people they talk about the Democratic primaries and they talk about we got to get the non-voters, and I could just see why people just be like, fuck it, whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I could see that, So I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of this leads to people being disillusioned with the political process.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, let's be honest, most of us, especially if you black, feel like it's all bullshit in the first place. And we don't naturally, we don't trust politicians, which is a smart thing to do. And that goes from local to national elections. It's very, very hard to find a politician who is sincere and honest. Like most of them, it's a game. I mean, it's a job. So, how many of us with our everyday job is 100, right? Like you got shortcuts at your job no matter what you do, right? Like, so.
Boy, I don't even give a fuck in my job. I'm the bottom of the barrel ass worker on the rail. So, hey, my one guy, he was like, what would you give yourself a 7? I said, yeah, I come to work every day. I'm on time, but I ain't looking for nothing to do in that motherfucker. When they call me, I go do what it's needed to do, but I ain't taking no initiatives or walking down the hallway with no fucking broom.
Well, so imagine that there's plenty other occupations where people have the same attitude, and being a politician is the same way. It's like some days like I'm on some bullshit. I'm just in the office spinning my heels today. I ain't doing shit. Sharita says you don't have to know everything, just know your stance and continue to be a provider. I think she's talking about conversation we was having previously. A says, I hear what Dion is saying. I'm surprised how both parties is fucking over the black people. It's going to get worse when the Democrats house. We got to be ready because they giving all our resources to immigrants. And this is why for so long I've been a person who preaches nonpartisan politics. That's why you hear for so long we stressed being the party poopers.
Hey, what the fuck is y'all doing down there?
I think I probably asked you the same question. By you yelling out like that in the middle of the
show. Hey, Karen, I think it's different this time, man. Donald Trump then got exposed as the motherfucking the great eyes and shit. The whole world see what color patties the United States is wearing. They pink and purple with stripes and polka dots. And believe me, all of these other countries are seeing this shit, man. America is at its weakest point ever in America's history and shit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump didn't expose us. He thought he was going to go over there like it was Argentina. But you know what I'm saying? Iran said, like Scarface said, I'm going to shoot this bitch up and I'm going to leave her. If I can't sell my dope, then you can't either. And he don't know what to do. He knows.
Well, I think he probably expected more people to chime in with him. More support from you.
He told them he didn't need them and shit like 6 months ago. We don't need NATO. I'm thinking about pulling out of NATO. Now he in trouble. He talking about, well, they didn't help us. How you gonna tell a motherfucker you don't need them? You can do some shit by yourself, but then when you start getting your ass whipped, you talking about some black out in you.
Happens every day.
Come on.
Happens every day.
Sharita, start getting your ass
whooped. This is Sharita. She said, "Who gives a damn about them old motherfuckers? We need to be okay with getting the new old motherfuckers away." Sharita, I don't know. I'm lost on what you're talking about. I'm lost on that one.
These other countries, though, they see that America ain't got that way. We got the shit. We still got the shit to fight the wars. But they see that it ain't sweet like that, that America can't just run around doing what they want to. Iran them pulled their panties down, I'm telling you, man. And the rest of these countries, they see that shit too.
Carrie Walker Jones said she said they grabbed JD Vance first and got him out, then came back to Trump. Yeah. Sharita says, "Fuck them all. They all on nigga shit, shooting up dinners. This is sick. shooting up dinner. That's some nigga shit, huh?" She said, was under the table. Cat, we talking about brother Cash Patel, right? Hello, buddy. Hello, buddy. Hello. It's the FBI. A says, for y'all saying Hispanics are cool with us, I'm hoping y'all see the Hispanic female officer go on her anti-black rant. If y'all not ready, y'all best get ready.
Oh, I saw that. That was highly entertaining because I'm just like,
I did not like the Mexicans though.
Earl Henning just said it one more time just to reinforce it. He said, "Fuck Donald Trump." Sharita said, "We be trying to trust these motherfuckers." That's true. People want to be optimistic. They want to have on hope. Says, sir, no, you're not. You are the structure. Who we talking about? Sarita. I'm getting lost. A said, sorry, love, we can't trust none of them. Earl said, fuck you, just pay me.
That's so fucking funny.
He said we stuck
agree with him though.
between.
We can't trust none of them.
Said we stuck between the
It ain't no bailout for
neo-globalism
no race.
and the racist ass patriotism. That's
Oh,
Ace's perspective.
These
Sharita
comments
says
are excellent.
he didn't oppose us just to have him following. What we talking about, Sharita? Well, I be trying to get clarity on this. She's back again. She said the old motherfucker away. Sentence fragment.
Dude, these white people go crazy. You still reading?
Yeah, give me a second. Carrie Walker says, since when has the video been released in minutes? The shooter had 5 so-called elite agents shooting at him and didn't get a paper cut. He didn't even get close to the checkpoint after shooting somebody before he got there. Earl Henning said it's a Hollywood show. Somebody ass gonna get fired because this brother wasn't, and he a brother too. You know damn well he wasn't supposed to even get past the gate. They supposed to turn him away outside. Like, what the hell you doing here? Like, this is the correspondence.
He had a hotel room, Ted.
Oh, he was
a resident. He had a hotel room already, so therefore he bypassed the outer perimeters because he was already in the hotel.
Okay. He was up in the hotel.
This is a hot topic. I was gonna talk about something else. I was gonna bring up that's a hot topic that I think is hilarious. I just real quick subject change. These critics ripped up the Michael Jackson film.
Yeah, I'm already on that. We had that coming after this.
Never mind. Okay. Yes.
We had that coming right after this.
Okay.
John Fletcher says, what up, Outlaw family? We need to stay focused on whatever you're trying to accomplish. Don't fall for the overlay for the underplay. He said, keep 100, family.
Amen.
Sharita snapping. She didn't went to hidden buttons. She said, Trump, LOL.
Cam cracking up.
You know, when I always can tell when somebody be fired up and they be trying to type fast and the comments be coming off crazy as hell, and I be trying to read the shit and it'd be like, whoa.
Like Mozart on the piano.
But so, and this is, you know, we speaking of people writing crazy sentences. Y'all see the report coming out once again, that MPS, shout out to MPS, they're dealing with a situation where the reading scores are very, very low. Ooh. I think they said only 70% of the kids struggle just to get an average in terms of standardized testing. And the truancy is very, very high as well. So, you know, we throw all this money at MPS, not much has changed. And what's forgotten most of the time is the kids. We talk about fundings, we talk about buildings, we talk about facilities, we talk about teachers.
Yeah.
But what about the kids? It's supposed to be for the kids. Well, a great majority of them are not even going to school. So, you know, it's a situation that I've heard our new superintendent, she's talked about a lot of things. She hasn't discussed how to get the kids into the building. It don't matter how much money you put in the building or how many resources you put in there if ain't nobody in the building. Right? Like, and then, you know, so I just think it's interesting with as much money, $1.6 billion budget. And we, once again, as taxpayers, dealing with all kinds of craziness, we foot the bill for a lot of these failed mechanisms in our city. And for me, we're just too quiet about it. Like, I just think there should be way more noise given to this. But also, I think that the onus is on the community as well. Send y'all damn kids to school. You're complaining about the takeover. You're complaining about the teen takeover and they doing the side shows now. Y'all see this on the South Side. South Side people, where y'all at? I know y'all like to talk about the North Side and how much the crime is over there. I even heard a white woman say, well, I was reading the comments, and when they were talking about the one that was on Greenfield the other night, and she said, take that crime back to the North Side. And I just laughed. I couldn't, but I wanted to give her one of those. First of all,
I would have said, shut up, bitch.
It's a misnomer. It's a misnomer to think that there's no crime on the South Side. You absolutely out your mind. But secondly, most of these takeovers, these street takeovers where they're doing the sideshow type deal, are on the South Side. Because most of our streets on the North Side, most of our streets on the North Side got the bump out, so you can't really do it.
But so, the North Side brought it though. The North Side's the reason though.
And they got the police already over here anyway, so.
I'm talking about white people in general. All of they got 6 more months. This is only the beginning because prices don't go down; they stay up. Even if they open up 2 or her moves, however you pronounce it, it's gonna take a long time before prices of food and all of the other goods go down because motherfucker is behind on the shit that's supposed to be here already. Yeah. And another thing is, white people don't know how to be poor. They don't know how. They're gonna crumble. They're gonna fumble. They don't realize that they might as well be black too because they're gonna be broke, but they don't know how to be broke. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are finna go crazy and shit because this shit ain't finna stop. The motherfucking credit cards gonna run out. Watch, just give it a little bit of more time.
They're gonna start realizing they better keep that shit on the South Side. Don't y'all come over here with that bullshit on the North Side.
They gonna be too poor to talk shit.
I'm a second. I'm a Second Amendment guy. Y'all better stay y'all ass on the South Side. I'm trying to tell you. You don't want to test that.
They don't know how to be poor. Ain't no whites only pies no more. Ain't no whites only pies no more. And when they realize ain't no whites only pies, and the government ain't gonna just hand out checks to white people, and they got to be broke with everybody else. Just watch, man. I'm telling you.
Who is this?
These motherfuckers that know.
Earl, you said
a lot of them is poor.
He was working with them. Page 13. Who we talking about, Earl? I'm losing it. A says, keeping it real, I'm hearing a lot of people taking their kids out of public schools and they are homeschooling their children because education is bullshit. Yeah, a lot of these people don't know how to read their goddamn self. I feel sorry for these children. Hey, I've been a teacher and a parent call themselves doing the homework. Yeah, that shit, all the answers wrong. Somebody ain't gonna, this shit gonna be sad in a minute. Kerry Walker said back in the days, you was taking your little nappy head ass to school because your mama didn't have time to mess with no nosy caseworkers and pay them fines. I ain't gonna even lie. We went to school because if we got caught not going to school, we got our ass whooped.
Yep.
So you didn't want my mother.
We from a different era. The school was part of our life. We didn't have a choice. It wasn't even thought of. I'm not going to go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think you got to get back. You got to get back to neighborhood schools too, because when we came up, we had neighborhood schools. So you went to school so you could see the homies, because everybody was there. That's where everybody from the hood was. You go and you see all your partners at school. So, a big part of it was the social part of it. So I think kids now just, it's first of all, you got so many working poor families where parents working 2 jobs. And so you got latchkey kids that's just not getting up. They just staying in the house. You ain't even got off your second job yet. Or you just starting your second job in the morning. And the kids is like, well, shit, I ain't finna go to school. I'm finna chill. So I think it's a little bit different. So, whereas, my daddy went to work in the morning, my mama was at the house. If she woke up and your ass was there, you got hell to take to the captain. Fuck you doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck wrong with So, and if the school called and said you wasn't there and you was supposed to be there when you came in the house, got chin checked. And so, it's.
I had to stay outside. Till school got out.
Yeah, you better.
So I had to be. I'm walking. I'm on 28th and right. That nigga Ian know what that area where the railroad tracks and shit was, where the urban league. I'm out there. Everybody else in school. I'm out there by myself in the twilight zone because I missed the bus. Now I can't get in the house to get a sandwich, no water, no nuts till school got out.
Yep.
No lunch, no milk, no nuts. I tell you what, the funniest part is the very last ass whooping I got in life as a youngster was for skipping school. And I was 14 years old. And I never forget, I was with my cousin because my cousin lived 2 houses down from us. And, this is my partner in crime, man. And, we in his house. I'm at his house. And, we watching movies or something, listening to music, because this dude never went to school. He's standing by the window. I'm sitting there watching TV, and he goes, dog, ain't that Miss Barnes walking down the street? I looked out because I went to King, which is half a block away from my house. I look out the window. It's my mama going up the street. Man, my heart started beating so fast. I said, "Oh shit, I'm a dead man." Just like, but the funniest part is that very day, yes, I did get my ass whooped. Right? It's so funny because I got my ass whooped, and I came out the house and I went down to his house. He was sitting on the porch. And he had just got his ass whooped because his mother had found out that he hadn't been to school in like damn near the whole semester. So,
oh my Lord. He alive?
I told you, he never went to school, man.
Oh my God, that nigga said
Cuz was a wild boy, man. As a matter of fact, I called him and said, yo, like, I ain't go to school. He come to the crib. Come to my ears. Yeah, that's why I went. That's why I'm down there watching. We down there watching House Party or some shit. New Jack City or some shit, right? But we both got our ass whipped that day. Both got our ass whipped. Man, that shit was funny, man. I know I got mine.
You terrible, Kev.
Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah, you got a little mean streak in your little naughty guy. You were naughty.
I don't like the way you saying naughty. I don't know if I was naughty. I was like every other little knucklehead. I was like every other little knucklehead boy in the neighborhood. I don't know, always trying to ice skate uphill, like Wesley said. Some motherfuckers is always trying to ice skate uphill. You know, if it was something to do, some of the times we just did the shit just to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know we shouldn't be doing this, but let's do it anyways. And so, you know, it didn't go bad until you got caught, right? Like, it's like when you first got dial a 900 number from the number that you found in the Playboy or in the penthouse of the Hustler magazine. Back when long distance,
fuck line.
Yeah, when long distance really cost on your mom on the bill.
Oh yeah,
my brother and myself got a hold of one of them numbers. Boy, we was calling like 90 going north, just to hear the woman say, "Ooh yeah, this kind of shit." And my mother found the bill.
They talk nasty to you though,
huh? What'd you say?
So they talk nasty to you.
Yeah, but we wasn't even getting that far into it. We just when you first called.
What was y'all number up here? We had 976 numbers in Chicago.
It was some number we got out of a penthouse, man. My cousin gave it to us. My other cousins, you know, your cousins, right? The worst, in always getting your ass in some trouble. Cuz gave us the number, man. We was. Me and my brother was calling that number, and we was too dumb to know. We figured if we didn't they say press 1 to continue or whatever. We didn't press that. We just listened to the intro.
Dude was on the booty line.
So, I don't know why we didn't realize that it was going to be on the phone bill.
But terrible ass nigga for the same shit.
Yeah.
Back then, I ran up a $300-something phone bill.
Hold on. Go ahead, Kamar.
I was going to say, I said back then I ran up a $300-something phone bill, dog. And Mom was like,
"Oh, you was in trouble."
Oh hell yeah, I was in trouble. I got my ass whooped real good for that one, dog. Hey, look, then my father gave me $20 one day. My mama took it and put it towards that phone bill. Right, I got mad. She put me out and sent me to his house. Well, go to your daddy's house. That nigga brought me back home.
Listen, man, if we'd ran up $300, we'd have had to move, man. This was the 80s, dude. This shit was like $15, and my mother was like on Terminator mode.
Hey, look, then she found out everybody in my class, all the boys in my class had this number. Everybody got in trouble for this shit. We passing the number around. We calling each other on three-way, hitting this motherfucking line.
Absolutely. You got it. Hey, man, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Straight up.
I always tell that story. I found a whole box, man. One of our neighbors across the alley. I don't know to this day, I don't know what he was thinking. He threw his whole collection away. And I just happened to be riding in the alley. Yeah. I mean, he had them all. He had all of them. I'm talking about Penthouse, Hustler, Playboy. And I found the box and took it.
Playboy wasn't that raunchy, though. Hustler and all the other ones.
Oh, yeah, man. Good Lord. Penthouse. Yeah. And me and my brother, we distributed them like we was dope dealers or something. It was cats coming to the house like, "Hey, man, heard y'all got them books." Yeah, man, what's happening, man? It only took one motherfucker to get caught, right? And his mama jumped on the phone and called here. And my mother didn't sweat at us like, yeah, where the stash at? We like, oh, we ain't getting none. She said, yeah. I don't know how she knew. She went right behind the deep freezer in the basement. I don't know how she knew that was our go-to spot. She went right to it. We didn't get no whipping for that, though. My mother just sat us down and gave us a talk and shit.
Nah.
I understand that you like smut.
No, she explained to us, her explanation at the time was that there was fake and that those weren't real people. There was blow-up dolls. And it's I was thinking, like, that is not a blow-up doll.
Like, that's a real surgery person.
Well, my mother's whole reasoning was, do you really think somebody's going to bend over in front of a camera and do this?
They was wild with it now. Now they'll bend over right on Instagram for you. Bust that pussy wide open.
Yeah, man. I would hate to even go through my son's phone to see if I could get into his secret stash. I probably would be shocked and appalled. Like, this little nigga looking at this.
How old is your shorty though? He shouldn't be looking at no fuck books, man.
But he grown now. Well, he's 19, so now you know. But
okay.
I ain't seen them in so long and shit. That's that we dinosaurs and shit. I ain't seen no motherfucking Hustler or no Playboy in so damn long.
They call fuck books. That's what they call.
That's what they call in the penitentiary.
Fuck books.
That's what they call in jail. Yeah, Black Tail is
out
of print.
Book? They rent fuck books out of the joint out. They rent them out.
Do they rent them out?
You can make money off of them. Yeah, if you get them in, you can rent them motherfuckers out.
I mean, they got to shipping my cousin around when they shipped him from Waupun to Texas and Oklahoma and all these places. He had to get rid of his.
He was getting real pussy though.
He had, but his collection was ridiculous. My brother had him.
My nigga said ridiculous.
I said, this dude, I'm surprised he can even walk. Like,
damn, you stupid boy.
He had too many, man. Like I'm saying, like he had like a big box full. Like, do you do anything else? Like, what do you like? Come on, man. It was ridiculous, man. He said, man, that's
I'm taking my baby.
He said, man, that's currency. That's currency in the joint, man. You don't know nothing about that, little cuz. I said,
you don't know nothing about that.
He said it was currency. I said, okay, but you was rich because you had he had a vault, man. It was crazy.
Bill Gates.
Oh my God, man. He had too many. Like, I was just like, dude,
boy, you a damn fool.
It was too many, man.
Yeah,
free means nothing if you still ain't free.
Carrie Walker says back in the day you was taking your little nappy head ass. Oh, okay, I already read that one. She said them nasty. She was talking about white people saying them nasty motherfuckers know how to be poor on another level. Sarita said I'm with Kay if parents are using attendance as a lack resource. I don't. That's a built-in babysitter. Westside Zelenine, man, what it do, man? He said we had hot breakfast and lunch, plenty playing, fucking off, plenty playing.
Hey, but you know what though?
At school,
while we
he said everybody
while we blaming NPS, though, what about No Child Left Behind? That's really the fault of everything. I feel truly. No Child Left Behind.
Let's say no was a lie too. Her husband was motherfucking dealing arms and shit and bringing all the cocaine in the world to this motherfucker.
Who?
I think. Well, he's talking about. He said, "Just say
Nancy
no."
Reagan. Yeah, Nancy Reagan talking about just say no. But Ronald was bringing more cocaine in here than a motherfucker.
Well, I think. Well, now with the don't.
I wasn't going to call the Iran Contra. Yeah, that shit.
The No Child Left Behind is a little bit later, but I you know what? I can say it done a lot of damage to MPS. And I was actually teaching school during the No Child Left Behind times. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to leave, because it was such a disservice to children of color, especially with social promotion, man. Man, you got kids who
you pushing them through, but they ain't learned nothing.
Right. You was pushing them through, and I remember I was a special ed teacher, and I had some kids who basically, they just hadn't did shit the whole year. And it was like, really, can I really pass these dudes? Like, and I never forget, we had a teachers meeting, and the principal explained to us that if you had intentions on flunking or failing any student in terms of keeping them from being promoted, it was a packet thick as a damn Webster's dictionary that you was going to have to fill out. And you're going to have several different meetings with the parents, with the guidance counselors. You had to get the IEP out. And most of the teachers in the room right then and there looked at their book and said, up, 8th grade you go, because they didn't want to do the shit. So it was just like.
There's so many little weird motherfuckers in school now, man. I said, I'm all over, though. Last week I was at Riverside. I'm like, That shit crazy. It was this one dude in my one school I used to work at. Cause I leveled up, kid. Right? I'm an engineer one now. And he used to be walking through this hallway, like, "Hey, friend." But he was an old homosexual. He was a flagrant homosexual too. And when I see him, I'd be like, "Hey, friend," and he'd look at me like, "You ass nigga." But them motherfuckers like
I would have played that game with no.
It's like the weird. But you know what though? I be forgetting that because like I ain't gonna lie, I'm too immature to work in a school though. Because I be wanting to get at them kids though. But I have to remember, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, some of these kids come from fucked up circumstances, and some of them don't have shit to eat. So, like I get threw off, you know what I'm saying? Because, I be like, damn, ooh. But I have to remember that a lot of times the only attention that these kids get is coming to school, you know what I'm saying? So when they act out and they behave and something, but I'm going to be honest with you, the goddamn teachers is something else too. Because I was at a school, what was that, Thursday? And they had a kid that dumped all the shit in the hallway. Now I'm trying to get up out of here and go on lunch. I had a fucked up day all day. I got sick from that school. I'm a little sick now. You know what I'm saying? So I said, now when I clean up vomit and shit like that, I got to put a mask on. Because I ain't got sick Friday. I don't know what that little motherfucker had. It was airborne. Like he was a biological weapon or something. But
no kid left behind shit was on purpose though, because we still at that time, the factories and shit was still here. They only wanted the kids from high school to be smart enough to be able to count and put that shit on the pallet jack and work in them factories and shit, man.
That was in the 2000s though, when Bush was in office.
That was later.
No kid left behind.
That was later. Because I didn't start teaching school until the year 2000. So when I was in there,
we still had some
Bush.
factories going and shit.
Not in 2000. That had been gone. That really, the industrial structure in Milwaukee fell between 1978 and 1983. That was like, what was it, like 250, 300,000 jobs that disappeared from Milwaukee during that time.
So what still left? I know they had A.O. Smith and they had Briggs. So what was another one that like black people made a living off of them two right there, Briggs and A.O. Smith and shit,
So A.O. Smith was gone. A.O. Smith was gone. It became Tower Automotive in like 98. And Tower really only took it over just as a tax write-off because they didn't last, 3 years? So yeah, it was gone.
It's still gone now or some shit. But that property is contaminated up there too.
Let me see. Yeah. This is Earl. He said education is the key to success in life endeavors. They want black people to fail in life endeavors. You know what? I've kind of stepped away from this whole the man wants us to fail. Like there's this group, this man who's like sitting behind a curtain operating a machine. Because I don't think they have to do a whole lot. I think we do most of this shit to ourselves. Like,
yeah,
when you look at NPS and you say, well, it's now a majority black school district, but most of the kids don't go to school. That ain't got nothing to do with no white man. There's no. I mean, unless we're gonna say, the Japanese who making the video games and the TVs and the phones are conspiring against us because that's what the kids is doing, is sitting at the house. The reality of this shit is we just don't parent our kids like we used to. And especially with young men, the fact that it's not as many men in these young men's lives shows, right? And so I have been for weeks been planning to talk about this phenomena of, and I forget what they call it. They call it the baby mother father syndrome or something like that, where they're saying single black women who have a young man who doesn't have a dad around or have a strong male role model, he ends up becoming, in essence, kind of like her boyfriend. Like naturally he wants to, he want to hold his mama down, right? And he wants to be everything he can for his mother that she doesn't have. And if she don't got a man, okay, now we're not talking Oedipus complex. We're not talking nothing sexual. We're saying emotionally.
Yeah.
He becomes like her main emotional brace. But and I say that you see a lot of young men who just have very feminine behavior. Now, earlier in the show, we talked about most men kind of being in this kind of area where, you ain't you unfadable, right? You ain't really tripping a whole lot about nothing. Like you don't get really emotional. You don't react about every little thing. And who's normally having the most emotional reactions in the house is the woman. Well, when you got young men who don't have men around, they tend to be overly emotional.
Yeah, they do.
Why you see so many young men who have poor conflict resolution, or emotional intelligence. They lack emotional intelligence because they don't deal with conflict very well, right? So you got a lot of young dudes who have feminine ways because they're raised that way. Look, if my dad told me to do something and I didn't do it, he would pop me on my ass. And if I cried, if I whined, I went wherever I went in the corner, I sat down. He didn't come back and say, "Oh, baby, you okay?" or "Come on now." He had no feminine sensibilities, and he didn't care about smacking the shit out of you if you didn't do what he said. But that's what I learned from him. Like, you do what he tells you to do. You see a lot of young men who emotionally, even just dealing with their mama, just when she's trying to get them to do something, they react like a female. It's just they cry, they stomp.
Psychological.
They go through
psychological warfare is a long-term trap. It's a long-term trap, and they set the trap hundreds of years ago, but it's a long-term trap. That is a continuous trap, psychological warfare. And you know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of other shit that goes into it. They still laying traps right now. You know what I'm saying? So this shit was 400 years in the making to making these motherfuckers emotionally unstable. And the outcome is what we see right now of this trap that they set. Hundreds of years ago, man. It's just, I don't try to use it as an excuse, but we still have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge that this is a long-term trap that they set a long time ago.
And you giving people crutches. You giving people excuses.
No, it's not a crutch, man. We still have to recognize it. Now, once you recognize it, don't use it as a crutch. You know what I'm saying? We both could be right on this one at the same time, but we still can't act like it's not there. Acting like it's not there is taken away from your understanding.
If you hear what my statement was, I said I don't believe that we can use the white man, because a lot of us, the white man is guilty of a lot of shit. But a lot of this shit is a lot of this shit is us doing it to ourselves.
Hell yeah.
So I don't want to lean, and I don't want to give youngsters that much to think, hey man, the white man, because you're gonna run into enough in life. You're gonna run into enough problems where white men are really the ones on some bullshit, right? But a lot of this shit in our community is self-inflicted wounds, right? If you don't,
of course, we know that
you don't have especially when it comes to parenting and raising your children, right? It's a lot of men, a lot of brothers, a lot of us who are just not raising our children. It is a fact. Not all of us, but shit, one is too many. So we have a lot to do with this producing this generation of feminine men. Like we do. We have a lot of this is on us because, man, I don't know how many videos I see on social media where it's two youngsters fighting, and it looks horrible. Like, matter of fact, there was some youngsters. I don't know if they was in McDonald's or what, and it was 2 against 1. It was the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my life. I said, who in the hell taught these dudes? Even the way they even threw the punches that they was throwing was just effeminate. And I just remember sitting there looking at this video thinking, boy, they lucky that wasn't me back in the days I would have beat the shit out of all 3 of these dudes. Like, just that whole quality of our masculinity. A lot of us fighting in our neighborhoods. When all of the games we played, kill a man with the ball. Yeah. Remember this shit? Like, we played football in the street. How many motherfuckers got ran up under a car, right? Or hit by a car, trying to catch a football, jumping dirt bikes, right? Like taking bricks, putting them under a piece of wood, going all the way to the end of the block, running down, jumping over. And your dumbass friends would lay by the ramp, see if you can jump over 5 people. Right? Like, we did a bunch of dumbass shit, but it was all about building masculinity. You don't see a lot of young men doing a lot of this shit no more. So naturally, they're not as tough. they're not as tough as
So
we
you got
were.
$5 million. You got a nice house. You got $5 million, liquid money. And you got it built all up, goddamn it, the way you like it and shit. And here come the motherfucking white man, burn your house down. You still got some money left. You build the motherfucker back up again. Here he come again. Burn your goddamn house down. And you got to keep going through this motherfucker, keep burning your goddamn house down, man. How much tough can you be? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker keep coming around, burn your fucking house down, man.
I don't think we talking about apples and oranges.
It's a whole kind of ways to look at this shit. I'm like I said, I'm the last person to make excuses and shit. But goddamn, after a while, this motherfucker steady burning your house up.
Well, you know what I didn't hear you say is
you won't quit.
Be ready, be prepared. So the next time he come, you fight his ass off so he don't burn your house down. Why you gonna keep letting him do the same shit over and over? Like it's at a certain point you gotta fight back. Well, you gotta fight back, man. Like it's shit
now
gets
you got
hard.
a whole system saying, well, he could burn your house up, nigga.
It's just like being hypothetically.
We hypothetically speaking.
It's like being a parent. Like people can say what they want. The shit gets tough sometimes. Like you think most cats who raise their kids ain't been through some adversity? Like we've been in some situations where it was tough. Motherfucker ain't fold up and run. You stood in there and you fought and you stood with your family. There's absolutely no excuse to be a coward and to shirk your responsibilities in life. And I don't believe we should give people passes and allow them to come out. And I got to live by rules, but you don't. And if you don't and you get caught, then it's the white man's fault. See, I don't believe in that. I believe what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if I had to stand in here and fight, then everybody got to fight. Everybody should have to fight. And if you don't stand and fight and try and persevere, then you get what you got coming to you. Right. So like I say, if you know and some of us is just reckless in our behavior. And I'm not talking about all of us. I'm saying some of us. You got cats who is out here and their whole job from the time they wake up in the morning to the time they lay down is to be dysfunctional. You want to rob, you want to steal, you want to kill, you want to rape, you want to assault, you want to do whatever it is that you do, and you're making a conscious decision to do it. You can't blame the white man for that.
Yeah, see, that type of mentality, I totally disagree with that shit. There ain't no excuses for no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to man up and do what you got to do. So I get you on that part. I'm talking about the motherfuckers that's doing everything righteous and shit, and here come this pecker whip burn your house down. You know what I'm saying? And then don't shit happen to them behind it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You saying burn your house down. I guess I'm unclear on the metaphor. What do you mean by somebody who's doing everything righteous, but somebody's burning their house down?
I'm just using it as an example, you know what I'm saying, for a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? This is what's happening, and you're doing everything that you can. That's righteous. You're doing it the right way. And here come this motherfucker burning your shit down. Yeah, justice should be fair, but you know it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Well, I'm taking you said burn the house down. I'm taking it as you facing adversity. You think you doing, I'm working my ass off. I'm staying clear. And all of a sudden I get hit with some kind of adversity. I lose my job or some kind of law or some kind of statute comes into effect and I lose. Well,
I'm talking about something that directly got done by the white man. See, that's the part you're missing that I'm trying to explain. I'm saying this white man, straight up, the white man that you're saying we can't keep blaming, this motherfucker is the one that keep burning up your house.
And then I ask you, what are we talking about? I haven't seen no white dudes ride up. I haven't seen no white dudes ride up in a pickup truck and burn no cross or burn somebody's house down in a long time.
I'm just talking about the mental anguish that comes behind you trying to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? And the traps that are set, that no matter how much adversity that you've been through and how tough of a man you are and how righteous you live and how much you pray, this motherfucker got a match still. And like I said, I'm not by any means trying to make an excuse, but hell, this Peckerwood still got this match, man. That's the only point that I'm trying to make. So sometimes you can't righteous your way out of certain situations and shit. Now, doing the righteous thing, you better off and shit. You know what I'm saying? Used car salesman don't get killed faster than the dope man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's your decisions and shit on how you want to do shit. Make it light on yourself. So I get that part, but I just need you to recognize that there are traps and there are long-term traps that's been set for us. and they still throwing them out there. Hell, right now, Donald Trump is out here trying to make it
that
up.
like I'm not aware of situations that you can walk into in the neighborhood and in the community that will sabotage you. What I'm saying is, and I'm not saying that there's not. What I'm saying is, we need to stop looking for someone to blame for all of our mishaps and start taking more control over where we are.
Hey, do we all agree? Hey, I'm saying, do y'all both agree that okay, there are traps set, but there are also ways around those traps if you're aware of them?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I can say
high risk, high reward.
Because you know, a lot of the time, you know what I mean, we encounter problems and we just don't know how to get past them.
Or we ignore the red flags. But we know what's coming. You know what's coming, but you still go run to it, right? Like you ain't running from the fight, you running to the fight, right? Like, so I'm saying you grow up hearing, we talk about the law of averages. The average, the law says, or the natural law says, hey, if you don't go to school, get an education, learn how to read, learn how to do what my mom and them used to call your arithmetic, it lessens your chances of being successful the straight way. But if you take the crooked way, I
agree with that 100%. I 100%
but if you take the crooked way,
I'm not arguing that.
If you take the crooked way, it increases your chances of succeeding, but suffering some serious consequences like jail or death. So which one do you want? Because you can go either way. And a lot of us intentionally say, fuck that, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do it my way. And then when they get hit with the consequences, they say this white man. No, it wasn't a white man, brother. It was you. It was you. This is your fault. Right? So I just like to see black people make less excuses. I guess that's just what my whole point is. And I'm not no Uncle Tom. Well, I said I was gonna stop saying that because Uncle Tom was the good guy.
You know what, Kev?
I'm not no coon. I'm not no person that's blinded to the situation enough to say, you know, hey man, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What I'm saying is I see a lot of us spitting into the wind and then wondering how it got on our face. Well, you did this. You did it. Don't spit into the wind, brother. Like you say you blow your nose to spite your face.
That applies to anybody, not just black people. So that's just a life lesson.
I ain't talking to everybody.
A life lesson in general.
I'm not talking to everybody though. I'm talking to black people.
Hey, man, let me say this, man. I mean, and I'm gonna be completely honest, man, because a lot of this shit was done by design. When have they ever let us collectively prevail? I'm not using that as an excuse. I'll never let a brother, not try and use that as an excuse either. But I mean, where have we ever allowed us to be successful? They fucked up Black Wall Street. They gave us they fucked up our women with the welfare. Then it was the war on drugs. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now they took away the music industry, so we could collectively do anything. And the motherfuckers that tried to fix it to where we didn't have to use certain motherfuckers like the Jerry Hellers and the Jews, all them motherfuckers is in jail or going broke, man. They ain't never gonna let us do nothing, man. They ain't never gonna let us do
everything
nothing.
You just named off. Everything you just named off, we played a part in. We played a part in everything you named.
We have to play. Look, we got to take what they give us, man.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, at the end of the day,
listen. You just brought up Black Wall Street. Okay, more damage was done to black businesses by us wanting to be integrated and us celebrating integration than that scenario. We don't support each other. There's no white man telling us not to support each other. We don't support each other.
I get that part of it. But I mean, at that point, we're still learning at that point, we're still learning from trial and error. We weren't that far removed from, at that point, we wasn't really far removed from slavery.
It's still our fault, though.
To figure this shit out.
Ignorance can't be your excuse. It's still our fault.
Man, come on, Kev.
We were trying to stay away from them with Black Wall Street, and they come with the match.
If you do research, they rebuilt Black Wall Street, and what ultimately destroyed it for the final time was integration. They rebuilt it.
Okay,
but it's kind of like a terrorist attack and shit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't come over here, we gonna make y'all integrate with us because we want y'all to spend y'all money with us. That was the play. No,
niggas was trying to integrate back then.
They wanted.
We was the ones who was crusading.
Niggas was crying. Niggas was crying. Hey, niggas was crying and shit, trying to integrate back then.
We wanted it. We wanted to because white ice is colder.
So then when they burnt it down, niggas was like, well, fuck it. Now it's time to integrate.
Yeah, I get that. The shit didn't work out. We see it don't work out. But we've been trying to do our own shit since then.
How come we didn't stand on our shit?
Back then?
That's what we're talking about back then. Nigga, why we didn't stand on our shit?
We get sabotaged. Huh?
Why didn't we answer my question? Why didn't we stand on our shit after it got burnt down?
Because they had
laws where they wouldn't even allow
so niggas chose to do different.
That didn't happen right away.
So niggas chose to do different.
They had laws where we couldn't even come in and rebuild. You gotta remember, these motherfuckers got dropped. They dropped bombs on these people.
Nobody is ever going to argue about the fact that the white man has been nefarious, especially when it comes to black people. I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm not saying that they still don't play certain games on our backs, right? But it's more there's
they ain't playing games, man. They at war with us.
There's a total difference.
Thank you.
A total difference between.
At war with us.
There's a total difference.
Make light of that bullshit.
There's a total difference between institutionalized racism and the old Jim Crow racism. Institutionalized racism is way, way different. Now, if we want to get on them for that, if we want to get on them right now for being economically deprived and underserved and our communities being left off of the priority list, I'm totally with that. I'm totally with us talking about the institution of racism right now. With what Trump and his cronies want to do in terms of let's go after and erase history. Let's go after, let's go after black institutions and keep them down, as far as policy goes. I'm totally with that. But what I'm not with is a lot of us doing shit and behaving in a certain way and wanting to blame the white man when it's our fault.
Well, that's them. We're not trying to sit here and give them no excuse. You trying to make it seem like we're giving them an excuse. It's not an excuse.
I'm not trying to make it seem like shit. I said I made a statement. Everybody's reacting off the statement that I made. I ain't trying to act like shit. And I'm talking
about people. Low IQ. The president. Everybody black is low IQ to him, and everybody black is about that. They got more motherfucking education in their fingernail than he got, but he's sitting up high. Can't even hardly read off the teleprompter and shit.
I wish black people
and this motherfucker.
I wish black people were as passionate about achieving some sort of solidarity as they are about proving a point. For a lot of black people, it's more important to be right, like to be right in the debate. Like they want to win the argument, so they get really passionate and yell and scream.
Nobody's trying to win an argument. We just speaking what's real and what's not, and nobody's trying to make excuses because we get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? If you don't work, you don't.
You just said you
go about it the right way. You're gonna end up in the wrong place. We get exactly what you're saying.
What you saying is what you saying ain't real. You just said that. You said saying what's real. So by saying that, you saying what we saying ain't real.
No, basically two things right, fool. Two things is right. But I'm saying they did a lot of damage to us.
What the hell we arguing for?
Man. You know what I'm saying?
They did. I've never denied that. And I've never denied the fact that they will exploit your ass and make you look stupid and they'll run off with the prize. What I said was I get tired of a lot of people and every excuse for everything they ever were not able to get done is the white man. The white man.
And then let's be honest. When you made that statement, we was talking about shit like how a motherfucker get pulled over for speeding in the car. Then they be like, oh man, the police tripping. That's the shit we talking about. Y'all trying to take it there. Yeah. And you see what I'm saying?
I was going to add that point too. Yeah.
Well, also, I think
that's silly shit, though. I mean, that shouldn't be no life ending.
Yeah, well, y'all took it there. That was the statement he was trying to make, but y'all took it there.
I'd be more.
He wasn't sitting on what y'all said.
Y'all took it to the point where y'all was saying that we trying to take up for
white people. Articulated very well, man.
Y'all tried to make it seem like we trying to take up for white people.
My perspective on it is, I wish black people would just do black people. Like I I wish we would just be concerned and not because I say this and we used to say this all the time. We don't say it as much anymore. You give away more power than what's taken from you.
That's true.
Your assumption is always correct. If you say I ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna make it. If you say I make it, you're gonna make it, right? Now, sometimes it's important for you to swing for the fence, right? You don't always hit a home run. Sometimes you hit a triple. There is a such thing as RBIs, runs batted in. Sometimes you just just ignore the victories we have and focus on the losses, right? So I just feel like if we and it starts with economic empowerment, it starts with community policing, keeping our communities clean. It starts with raising our children. It starts with repairing the breach, the breach of trust that has come to be between black men and black women. We're more divided as black men and black women than we ever have been because there's so many different trains of thought for sale. And I agree with Ace on, I think the worst thing that ever happened for us was white feminist females getting in the ear of sisters, because the white feminists wanted to preach that we don't need men and we don't need our men, but sisters need black men, just like black men need sisters. So that doctrine shouldn't have never came down. But then with us brothers, we got to the point where a lot of us got our feelings hurt and got our cheeks chafed early. So we became players, pimps, and hustlers, and we start saying, "Hey man, I got 5 kids by 3 women. I got 4 baby mamas. I know brothers who got 5 and 6 baby mamas.
Oof. God.
You know what I'm saying?
18 baby mamas.
And a lot of times before the age of 25.
Child support.
And then are upset about child support. And they're not taking care of the children.
But you know what? But Cam, everything you saying is what them brothers have said about that psychological shit. You motherfuckers have to understand, man. We have been under siege mentally for 400 years. That shit, all that sounds good. We can empower ourselves, and we can do this, and we can hold ourselves accountable. But we still have to. Some of us can break the psychological chains of mental slavery. Everybody ain't gonna be able to do that. So if you only got a few, but the majority of people are still up under that psychological slavery shit, you just said a whole list of things about what we need to do. But it's a lot of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, people will be like we always say on here, black fathers are more responsible than white fathers. But what's the narrative? So if you always hearing that narrative, like, well, black men ain't shit, black men, it's like if the shit getting replayed over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Then what? Now you have a group of probably black men that ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Not fathers to their children. Have women and leave them. You know what I mean? Have children and leave the women. Think that it's machismo to have multiple baby mamas have multiple baby mamas. Things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like even when I was younger, I thought motherfucker. I already told you my whole ambitions. You know what I'm saying? When I was a young nigga, and I wasn't even 13 yet, my nigga. I knew when I got 16, I was dropping out of school because in Chicago that was illegal as you drop out of school. I told you I wanted to be a gang leader and I wanted to catch a homicide. And in order to do that, to rise up the rank, you had to put in some work. You understand what I'm saying? Like. And I still, and then I'll be so fucked up still with my mentality sometimes because I be thinking because I want Milwaukee gangsters to be acknowledged by Chicago gangsters, and I be wanting to try to divide that bridge, you know what I'm saying, with that shit, with some high-ranking members. But I also got to understand that we are own separate entity, and they own separate entity like Detroit, Memphis, Indiana, Cleveland, everywhere where disciples at. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying though, it just be that psychological slavery shit, you know what I'm saying? That mental slavery. So yeah, some of us can break the chains of that shit and be positive, productive people in society and be fathers and good husbands and
I'm talking to you.
A lot of us
be
fathers. Most of the real gang. Most of the real gang.
I got something to say.
Go ahead, I'm about to mute y'all.
Oh no, Kamar had his hand up like we was in class. I'm like, he can't see you, Kamar.
I can't see the screen, bro.
I was gonna say, man, whose fault is it if the mentally enslaved don't want to listen to nobody about doing better? Whose fault is that? If they don't want to make a conscious decision to do better, and they want to live behind this wall,
If you can't,
Morgan Freeman pissed me off to the highest report of passivity and shit when they asked him the question. Well, what do you do? What do you think?
My question, man. Just ask the goddamn question.
Racism in America. He said that black, ugly, freckle face, covered the frog looking motherfucker gonna say, "Stop talking about it." See, that answer right there was less than the man that he should have been when he was asked that question. He lost all his stripes with me when he said that. Stop. You can't stop talking about something and then just hope it ain't there. Or just face some shit and try to downplay it.
Kamar,
you can't downplay
to your question.
By his money, man.
To Kamar's question. Hold on. To Kamar's question, I wanted to say, because I was thinking along the same lines, is okay, if the truth is only some of us can rise above, right? Only some of us can break this cycle.
Yeah.
If you realize that you're not one of the individuals who can break it, then get your ass out the way. Don't block the person who can. Don't make, and in our own community, the person that can is looked down upon. Oh, nerd ass nigga, square ass dude. Yep. Oh, he's soft.
Would you have answered that question like Morgan Freeman?
Oh, he ain't no real nigga. Like the dude go to jail and come home with bodies on him, or he done sold so much money, so much dope in the community. They said, man, dude's a real one. He was the G. Like he gets more respect than the dude that dude who went off to school and got his couple degrees and came back and bought his house and is raising his family. He don't get no respect. He won't break in his garage and steal all his shit. But the dude
don't steal all his power tools.
The dude, right? But the dude who was a nutty buddy, we said, man, don't fuck with dude shit. You don't want to fuck with dude.
Nutty buddy.
We don't want to mess with him.
But do you?
That's on us.
I got a question though. Do you agree with Morgan Freeman sitting this black ass up there saying the way you get rid of racism is stop talking about it?
Hell no.
Morgan Freeman. He's like 500 years old.
What do that got to do with the question? Now, how you gonna answer a question with a question, Ewok? I asked the question and then y'all went there.
Maybe I missed the question.
I think you did miss the question.
Ask the question again, because I didn't hear no question. I didn't hear no question. What's the question?
I was saying, whose fault is it if the mentally enslaved don't want to listen to nobody? If they want to stay enslaved, is it my fault or is it Kevin's fault? Because you know what I mean? We got different ideas.
It was just like you take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. Yeah, so yeah, it is not your fault at all.
It's not. Yeah. To me, it's not the fact that because they're trying to figure a way out too, and it's just frustration. So frustration turns to anger.
So why not listen to somebody with some emotion?
But what's that?
So why not listen to somebody with some emotion? And why not listen to somebody with some emotion instead of thinking that you know every goddamn thing?
Who said? Where you coming from? I don't get where you coming from.
Oh shit! Hey, y'all got to listen a little quicker. Anthony was talking about mentally enslaved people and people who ain't mentally enslaved. And so what I'm saying is, first of all, it ain't our fault if they remain mentally enslaved because they don't want to listen to shit. You see what I'm saying? And that right there is the problem with the black community. You got people that don't know shit that want to think they know every goddamn thing and tell every motherfucker who know a little something that shit ain't right, that shit ain't right. We need to stick here. And that's why we stuck, because we still stuck in the fucking past. We got to look at the past and learn from it and figure out what to do next. And so that's also why I asked. How come our people didn't stand on this shit back in during Black Wall Street? When that shit was over, when they rebuilt it, how come our people didn't stand on our shit? That's also why I asked that. I was getting to a point, but everybody kept running and dodging shit.
Go ahead.
Well, what would you have like them to? Okay, K Bull. What do you mean by stand on their shit?
Yeah, by standing on our shit. Okay, well, we learned how to do it the first time. Well, this time we need to learn what happened last time, right? Now we're gonna stand on our shit. We're gonna do it again. Only we're gonna do it better. We're gonna build us a fucking army this time. How about that?
Which is what I said. Why do your house
take what you learned from the past and you build on it?
Because some motherfucker keeps setting it on fire.
Well, that's what the same question I asked you. You shouldn't be able to burn it down.
You talking like a nigga right now saying, I wouldn't have been no slave. They would have had to kill me. Yeah, you say that shit now, motherfucker. You wasn't back there in motherfucker 18, motherfucker 20. You shit out your ass.
He's not implying that.
This is after slavery. This is during Black Wall Street. This is after slavery.
No, OG. He trying to imply that you sound like the niggas that say shit like that. And
yeah, I heard the slight. I heard the slight.
Oh, my fault. Okay, yeah, he wasn't.
I heard it.
Honestly,
I just ignored it because I don't stoop to that bullshit. I'm just trying to make a point. I've been trying to make a point, but I ask fucking questions and don't know everybody want to buck dance and dance around the shit.
Nobody buck dancing. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? You talking about you still talking about rebuilding and shit and rebuilding and shit. And then we gonna do it better. That sounds good and dandy and shit. But when the motherfucker steady burning your shit up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't think them people that was smart the first time.
He walk. I hear what you sound like. You sound and you. Hey, and you sound like one of them, niggas that won't never try shit because you think white people gonna burn it down.
No,
it also takes economics to rebuild that too.
We want to talk about what niggas sound like.
Well, that's what I sound like to you, K-Bull. That's what I sound like to you. You misinterpreted everything.
Because every time we talk about a solution, you talking about white folks burning it down.
This is so eerily similar to what a lot of these meetings that we have in the communities.
This is what
they turn into. And this when you see my big ass go limping out. He said, "Where are you going?" I'm making my way to the door. I'm on my way to my car.
You talking about building armies next time and shit? You know what I'm saying? They didn't just sit back there and like they was like, "Damn, they finna burn my shit up again." They wanted to have an army, but you couldn't. You know, sometimes you ain't got the cards, Cable. You know what I'm saying? It's a good idea.
We got the cards. It's just we got to get on. We got to get on code. We got the cards.
How do we know what they had?
At this point,
y'all talking this shit for what
we got a better hand.
We could have learned from the first time.
See, the idea was better back then. The idea was better back then, but. Now that we got the cards, it just ain't playing the right hand.
That's tough.
No matter what we say, y'all gonna say the same shit.
Ace, that was more akin to where I was at with saying, hey, now that we know better, why don't we make this practical and apply the knowledge? Why don't we say now?
That's what I'm saying. We do have some cards now.
Because now,
hold on for a second. Let him talk, Ewok.
That's why I said we got to get away from making excuses that I would try. But they ain't gonna let us. See, right now it shouldn't be a question about. It shouldn't be a question of whether or not they're going to let us. I say the same thing with reparations. We keep arguing about whether or not we should get reparations, and we let somebody else drive the conversation. You hear a lot of black people who say they ain't gonna never let that happen. It shouldn't even be a question. It shouldn't even be plausible to ever even go against the fact that.
Hey,
black people in this
we sold crack for 20 years out of our life. We ain't give a fuck about what nobody was gonna let us do then. Why we care now?
To say that. Yeah, they don't let you.
If we wanted to,
they're not gonna let you do anything. You're right. They're not gonna let you do anything.
If we wanted to,
let's do it.
If we really wanted to get reparations,
take it.
We can do an economic boycott. A lot of us just refuse to do it. Those cards that Ace is talking about, that I'm talking about, where. Okay, let's shut this motherfucker down then. If y'all don't want to play right, we ain't gonna play at all. We won't do that. That's why I said I like to see us as passionate about obtaining solidarity as we are about, being right. Because a lot of times black people just want to be right. They want to win an argument because they want to be seen as this kind of anointed, enchanted one. As opposed to making sense.
At the end of the day, we all want the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a lack of communication right here where people getting upset. I'm not upset. You know what I'm saying? Like what I said, it was a long-term psychological warfare. That's
believe it or not, Ernest.
How you gonna get mad at me? How you gonna get mad at me for stating something that's fucking factual?
I'm not mad at all.
I got mad at you. I got mad at you for telling me what I sound like, nigga. You implied some shit to me. You told me what I sound like. You sound like, oh no, nigga. Well, let me tell you what you sound like.
Well,
that's what happened.
My thing is, this conversation is bigger than just us, because this is a conversation that happens around this country So when I say when I'm speaking, I'm not speaking directly to you, Ewok, because I'm a small drip in the bucket, just like you, right? Like I'm trying to be the tallest midget. So I understand that I don't have no pull. If what I said mattered, shit would already be right. But like to come up with the ideology and to come up with the perspective is the most important thing. So I'm saying to us, when I speak in general. Like I'm speaking to foundational Black Americans in general. I say we need to circle the wagons and not. It's hard to say let's forget about the past, but I think it's easier for us to say let's learn from the past. So if you burnt my house down once, the next time your ass come, I'm gonna stop you from burning my house down. So if I build this house, you ain't gonna burn it down twice.
I got a question.
You got that one motherfucker with that match. You got his ass. But Kevin, what are you saying? Another motherfucker with a match. Dang.
Kevin, this kind of ties into what you were saying.
What you say, Ian?
This kind of ties into what you were saying because I'm not going to even add no opinions to this. I'm just going to be straight factual with this one. You said economic boycott things and that could work and all that kind of stuff, right? You said that's a good thing. That's a good strategy to have. We need to focus more on that. Why did the CEO of Target step down in February?
Because of the economic boycott.
Because of the economic boycott, because niggas stopped going there. That's why. We carried Target for years. When Black people collectively said we're not shopping there anymore, he lost his fucking job. That's the truth.
No doubt.
There's no conjecture. There is no, they're not gonna let us do nothing. We took it, and they had to. And he was forced to step down after 11 years. Stop giving these people their money that don't give a shit about us. That's the truth.
No, that's a good point. But the civil rights movement, as we know it, really gained momentum behind a bus boycott. That's really what got it kicked off. Is we ain't gonna get on your bus if we can't sit in the front.
Fuck you.
And they had to acquiesce and say, all right, y'all, okay, y'all can sit on the bus. So it's there's the messages in the madness, right? Like so, but a lot of us don't want to make the sacrifices it would take to get involved in economic boycotts because man, they just came out with some new Jordans. Or fuck that, I'm going to the store and get my whatever instead of saying let's be methodical about how we shop. Like because I said let's just pick days. Okay, what's a day? You say okay, Black people we only shopping on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Watch the numbers.
We definitely have to do it as a collective. You know, we can't get all, but we need more than 50%. We have to have more than 50% to all be on it, get on code, man. And then we got to try to get that other 50. We got to try to get that other 50.
They just did it with Target.
So economics
it ain't just that, bro. It's just we also have to understand the obstacles that they're putting out here. And how to get around them. I mean, we know majority of them, but they always putting new shit out here.
True, yeah.
They're always making backdoor deals, new laws, and shit to shut us down. Like I said, they fucked up the music industry. We was getting a lot of money doing that. Now we can't even do that no more. It's going to these motherfucking what's that?
Don't that got more to do with our appetite for destruction? Because we can say they marketed.
It has to be a collective.
We can say they
can't just have Jay-Z.
We can say
go ahead. No, I'm not talking about Jay-Z at this point. I'm talking about taking the money out of the music.
We could say they
marketed. I understand.
We could say they marketed a lot of madness in our music to us, but we bought it. It was a demand.
Right.
It's
a supply.
What I'm saying. That's business.
What I'm saying is
supply and demand.
You're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying it's taking the money from us or the artist, and it's going through AI or what is it, Spotify and
with
all
the streaming and all that.
You get what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. So now they fucked up they fucked that up. Once again, at one point in time, you had it was Suge Knight, Jay Prince, who else was it? I want to say it was Irv Gotti.
It was Irv Gotti and Dame Dash.
Our own distribution. They were trying to set up our own distribution where we didn't have to go through the Jewish motherfuckers no more.
And here comes the feds.
What happened? It got sabotaged. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
If you look at it, hold on. If you look at it, everybody that was in there, Jay Prince constantly got the feds on his ass. Suge Knight in prison. Who was the dude for the other cat from Rockefeller? Not Jay. What's his name? Dame Dash. He done went broke. They ain't gonna let him get back in. And who was one more person? I just said they did.
It was Jay-Z because he was the 50% partner or third of Rockefeller.
Huh?
It was Jay-Z. He's a third of Rockefeller. They say he's the one that orchestrated everything against those guys, which is alleged. I don't know that, but that's what I heard.
Well, it was him and Puffy, man. You know, anybody, listen, because we always talk about Puffy and him with their dirty shit, but we don't talk about Lear Cohen. We don't talk about Clive Davis. We don't talk about Jimmy Iovine. Them the worst motherfuckers.
Actually, who is that? Who is that right now saying that they want to come up with a documentary called "Surviving Clive Davis"? It's one of the artists saying.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, they speak to that. Lear Cohen is one of the most criticized. He is one of the most critiqued music executives ever, and he was on the Breakfast Club, and they asked him those questions on the Breakfast Club, like, you know, you won't market this kind of stuff to your people. Why do you market it to ours? And he said, because it's profitable. He said it. He answered it.
Yeah.
Now is
Busy Bone came out and he was ready.
And you know what? He don't even have a high school fucking diploma, man. He don't have a high school diploma. That's what
one of them Bones said they had one of them real motherfucking cultist type meetings and shit and they explained everything. You know,
that's what happened. But see, that's what they're always sabotagers. They're never going to leave us alone to do whatever the fuck we want to do so we can build. They're never going to let us build because they're afraid we're going to do to them what they did to us. So at this point in time, I said this before. They took this shit by force. We're going to have to take it back by force.
Let me go to my chat room.
It's going to have to be grassroots, though.
Let me go to the chat room.
Looking towards like.
I don't want to get behind on the chat room. Let me go to the chat room. Carrie Walker Jones says she grew up on 28th and Clark. Ooh, good Lord. Ace said niggas used to skip school.
I got there.
Ace Cooley said niggas used to skip school gambling on Madden video games. Fucked us up. He says, I'm gonna catch up to y'all. And smoking weed. Y'all leave weed alone. Y'all get Dion started. He said they had towers. Let me see. Sharita Shaw said bow out then. She said Kamar got the cards for the right audience. And then she said ain't shit solid. We had war. Kerry Walker Jones got the quote of the night. Messy Monday. Whatever happened
Welcome
to Messy Monday?
Welcome back, Messy Monday.
What happened to Messy Monday? Orlando stopped calling, so we lost Messy Monday.
We lost some allure.
I wanted to talk about the fact that this whole Mike Locke thing popped off. And shout out to Mama Jenkins because she sent me a text with a bunch of different information about the whole Mike Locke investigation. I guess they are in search of more bodies for him. And the question was asked, who's going to be responsible for the damage done to the property? And they said that the property owner is responsible. Which is crazy.
That's weak as hell, man.
Mark said that instantly.
Hey, I told you.
Crazy. They some cheap ass motherfuckers, man. They don't even want to fix what they tore up. That's how greedy these some bitches is.
You know how I know it? Drug raids, nigga. I know from drug raids. They raid a motherfucker house, tear shit up, and that shit is on the owner to fix.
Right.
They don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. No, they don't care.
Yeah.
Kiss their ass.
But there's
they don't find shit. Still
there's like this investigation has been ongoing and we didn't know about it, obviously. But so like there was a whole other brother who was involved who I had never heard his name. He was involved and he's since gotten out of prison and moved out of state.
Oh,
and so they were investigating his involvement as well. She sent me the whole article.
That's a mini series waiting to be written, bro.
Yeah, the Body Snatchers is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. The whole story is crazy. And if you
care.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Finish. I want you to finish.
What I was gonna say is if you've been reading it, like if you've been up on this from the beginning, like years ago when they put the article out in the Journal Sentinel that went from the beginning of the investigation all the way up to the end of it, and you figure out They talked about where certain individuals would meet law enforcement officers to operate as, confidential informants. If you knew this whole saga, I agree with Ian saying like this is gonna be one hell of a HBO series.
Yes, it is.
That that the fact that he's been locked up, I don't know, 12, 13 years, and he's gotten life sentences. He lost his appeal, and why are they still investigating him? What are they looking for?
Somebody probably said something.
Well, yeah.
Did y'all see the episode of American Greed with him on it?
I did see that.
Yeah, I seen American Greed.
I did see that back in the day.
I think, wasn't it? Didn't he get charged for more bodies than just the ones that he got convicted of?
They saying that there's more. Yeah, that's the whole
what I'm
thing.
saying. I think he got charged for more than he was actually convicted of. So, yeah, they may be looking for more shit.
Yeah, they looking for some more bodies.
Somebody done opened their mouth.
Yeah, they had to, because why would they just out of the blue, like, somebody trying to get some time off of their shit.
Yeah.
That's all that shit.
That's exactly what's happening.
Trying to get some time off their shit.
I just feel sorry for the people who got to walk out their back door after it rained, and y'all done tore up all the goddamn concrete. My yard looked like
but
a
you know
swamp.
what though? Another thing that hit the headlines and shit. I got a few things to say real quick. Another thing that hit the headlines, and motherfuckers should better start. Like a lot of you guys are saying a lot of stuff that made sense, and there's a lot of babbling too, though. But one thing we better do is keep our motherfucking heads on the swivel with these hunkies, man. I don't care what y'all say. Well, all white people are not bad. It was a cop in North Carolina that planned to do a mass shooting at a blues event in Louisiana. These white people are not our friends; they are our enemies. And then another thing I was watching, and then it's like your phone to speak to you and shit. So when all y'all was talking and shit, and then this thing came up, and it was some shit, you know what I'm saying, about sharecropping. So when slavery was over, and then people didn't have nothing, the landowner said, "Hey, you can stay here, or you can be out there with nothing." And the old black man, I just shared it on People News Network. He said, "Well, you know what you gonna do?" And that's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers sit up there be like, "Oh, we can do this and do that." But at the end of the day, if you ain't got nothing, and this man saying, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna offer you. You can take it or leave it." You know what I'm saying? See, all that shit be sounding good and this, that, and the other. Enough of us haven't done research on how Black Wall Street, Mound Bayou, Rosewood, all those black communities. We have Wilmington, North Carolina. We haven't done enough research to see how it was started. We just heard of it and how it was destroyed and dismantled through white jealousy and hate. Like when I go down to Memphis next month, I'm not going to see where Martin Luther King was assassinated. I've seen it plenty of times. I'm going to where the Memphis massacre took place, where it was a bunch of prosperous people, like Ian always talking about, people like K. Bull and people that had business, but white people were jealous. It was a community of white people and black people, but the black people was more prosperous than the white people. Yep. And then the white people got jealous of the black people, and they chose to kill them. That's one reason why Ida B. Wells fled from Memphis to Chicago.
Dion.
But that's a whole other story.
Dion,
what?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
First of all, I don't think anybody here said, because one thing I didn't hear tonight was nobody say all white people ain't bad. This all started by me saying that I get tired. I said I get tired of us blaming a lot of things in our community on the white man that are self-inflicted. I also said that they are responsible for a lot of things. And we know historically white people have been very, very evil. They have been pretty much the most evil race of beings on this planet. And nobody is ever going to rule out the fact that there's some evil ass white people in this world, and they've been on our ass from day one. Nobody ever said that.
It's one in the White House.
It morphs into that every time a black person says, "Hey man, some of this shit ain't the white man's fault." Other black people say, "Oh, see, no, we ain't gonna get him no way out."
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I disagree with you, and I disagree with anyone feels that.
What are you disagreeing with? Disagreeing with what?
Because I feel like everything from if it rains when it's supposed to snow is the white man's fault. And when you
and
break
you
down
think that's
everything
realistic? That's realistic.
No,
You think
bro.
that's realistic?
I mean, hell yeah, I think that's realistic. Hell yeah,
So
I
the
do.
white man is
You know what I'm
God to
saying?
you.
Because
So the white man is God to
nope,
you.
nope.
He's
But the white man have put things into our environment. They have poisoned our water. You see, they don't believe in environmental studies. So it's a lot of things. Look at the weather that we have. It ain't never rain. We have a fucking torrential rains in Wisconsin, and motherfuckers get hit. I just had an insurance adjuster come over the other day looking at my home because my basement, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been owning this home 7 years almost, July, and I have never had a flooded basement like this. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that these people have implemented. Hold on. Let me finish.
So the
though.
The rain in Wisconsin is the white man's fault right now.
Listen, the rain is the rain destroying our environment is the white man's fault. Us not having I can't say the lead laterals but they have had money that they probably could have replaced some of the lead laterals with. You understand what I'm saying? But when we're looking at social engineering, you understand what I'm saying? They designed it where, yes, some of us can achieve and make it out, some of us can't. So regardless of what I believe in psychological warfare, and I believe in post-traumatic slave syndrome. So regardless, and this is my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I disagree with you because that's how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of us...
You disagree with me.
A lot of us are impoverished.
You disagree with me saying white people are evil, and then you said that they're evil.
No, I disagree with you when you say a lot of times we blame everything on the white man, and some of us, and some of the things that go on in our life, and some of the things that go on in our life are our own fault. So I look at it like this. Yes, I picked up cocaine and sold it, but Ronald Reagan allowed cocaine to be funneled into the United States to fund a war in Nicaragua. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, yes, people did smoke cocaine, but the cocaine was here for us to smoke, just like the alcohol was here for us to drink. You feel what I'm saying? So when guns, these guys in Chicago got military grade weapons. Niggas say, how you think these guns is coming here? They even did. Do you remember what was his name? Eric Holder was in office, and they did Operation Fast and Furious when they was dropping the guns off of Mexico. They was dropping crates of guns off of Mexico. And regardless of Obama and Eric Garner were black people, they were doing the work of the white man. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, regardless of what you're saying, I have no problem with what you're saying. The only thing I'm doing is I just disagree with you and anyone that feels like the social engineering that we're facing is not the white man's fault. Because a lot of our families, and maybe some of us have been kept out of certain places where we can make sustaining jobs and certain things. Like, say, for instance, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers could own a house. Or you did own a house, but your property value, Wauwatosa is right in the back of your alley. The house damn near look the same, but your house is a little bit less than their house because they know Wauwatosa is a white community and your house is $100,000 undervalued than their house. So when you go to sell your house, you're not getting the money that the neighbor literally across the alley, like you and him buddies, y'all drink. One of y'all got green garbage cans, the other one got a different garbage can. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So the violence that prolongs in our community, you understand what I'm saying? When the police pulling people over, shooting them, unarmed black men, unarmed black women. When you go to fill out a job and your name doesn't fit a European job stake and you're overqualified for that position.
So the part of my statement in which I said that we know white people have been historically and still are very, very evil and have perpetrated some evil acts on us and are probably the most evil people on the planet in terms of race wise. You said you disagree, but then you just start naming off some of the things they've done.
I didn't say I disagree with that. I said I disagree when people be like, the white man holding me down. That's what I said I disagree on.
And I didn't say that either.
I do believe I
said there are certain things that happen in our community.
Okay, well, I apologize then. I'm man enough to say I apologize if you didn't say that. But I thought I heard that.
There are certain things in the community, this is what I said, certain things that happen to us in our community that we blame on the white man, but they are self-inflicted wounds. Yeah. There are things that we do that we perpetrate upon ourselves. I didn't say, the white man ain't done nothing to me. I didn't say that white man good. There was some good white people out here. I ain't said none of that
Boy,
shit.
you don't do that, Kev.
No,
don't do that now. We talking.
Hold on, because
and I apologize, Kev.
But this is where the conversation goes every time one black person says, I'm less worried about the white man and more worried about us. I'm not as concerned about what they're doing. I'm more concerned about what we are doing to ourselves. And then you could say, hey, well, these guns and we didn't make the guns and we didn't build the guns. But you literally have brothers shooting each other over an argument over a female. I don't see the role because the white man ain't saying shoot his ass. He ain't on his shoulder saying shoot his ass, shoot his ass. This is a choice that's made by one brother versus another because we don't value each other's lives like we should.
But the white man put the gun in their hand, though.
Well, the white man was the white man standing there? Was he standing there eating with the gun? Like here you go. Or did he have the gun already?
He created the gun.
I guarantee you, it's at least 10 times in this conversation tonight that I said I'm not making any excuses. Count them when you relook at this motherfucker. I ain't never said that I was making excuses. I was only making a point that, you know what I'm saying, there is psychological warfare and there are traps. And you know what? It's our job to avoid it, and it's our job to mentally fix ourselves. So I totally agree with that. But we can't ignore the fact that those traps were there.
I acknowledge
they still got another trap.
I acknowledged it. And
that's the only point.
And
okay, my man.
Even Kamar's question was centered around, okay, so there's psychological warfare and there's some victims who aren't able to kind of rise above. Then why don't they stay in a place as opposed to when somebody is coming through with something positive, trying to structure, they are the main. Listen, when I was with the Black Panthers, right? What got me disillusioned with grassroots organizing was we would go and do vigils, we go and protest Arab stores, we would go and do all these great things in the community. By the time I got home, some more shit had happened in that community. When we rolled out on Arabs for selling rotten meat in neighborhoods and for selling K2 in neighborhoods, you know who was our biggest opponents? You know who our biggest opponents was? The black people in those neighborhoods. As opposed to them just saying, look, we gonna support y'all, we gonna ride with y'all. They was mad at us. Leave our Arabs alone. Get your ass out here. They cool. Like this was the issue with the hotspot for so long, is that you had a bunch of black people in the community who were advocates of it. So my thing is, these are things that we choose. These are decisions we choose to make, right? So let's stop making the wrong decisions. If you want to explain to me why you got 7 baby mamas, okay, I'm willing to listen to your explanation. But deep down inside, that's a choice that you made, right? Like unless you got raped by 7 women, right? So it's like it's like my man said. So when you get hit with child support and you start crying to me about it, I got one ear on because I'm like, you the one who went out here as a Marlboro man and got 7 women pregnant, and now you don't got a job. You don't want to work a regular job. So yeah, you got arrears. Like that's your fault.
It's kind of like
at the end of the day,
this might be a better way to
the conversation that we've been having is healthy. This conversation was healthy, you know. I consider it healthy, but you know what? There's not no one size fits all solution to this shit. And you know, every once in a while, some people are gonna be like, "Well, look at it this way. Well, you look at it that way." I don't consider it an argument. I consider it was a healthy conversation, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not, but I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes, you know, a lot of people, we can't even hear the conversation, you know, so we mistaking each other's word for other shit. And I mean, like, I'm hearing people take me the wrong way the whole time. So sometimes we got to kind of pipe down, let that other person talk, get their shit out so we can understand what they're talking about. Because I think we're misunderstanding each other too.
Go ahead, come on.
Communication is one thing.
No, I was finna say it's a healthy conversation until the little underhanded slights come in where people think they saying some slick shit without a motherfucker knowing. The little disrespect comments like a motherfucker be catching, you know what I'm saying? It's a healthy conversation.
I know you made
like,
it towards me. Come on, I wasn't trying to slight you. I was trying to make a point. It wasn't directed towards you, my brother.
Well, you did tell me you sound like a nigga that, you know what I'm saying? You did say that.
Okay, well, you know
and
what?
It was a disrespectful nigga.
It was just me trying to make a point. It wasn't me trying to slight you. It was me trying to make a point. That was all. I wasn't trying to make it seem like nothing different.
That wasn't okay. It's all good, but I really wasn't trying to go there. Like I said, fuck that shit. But I was just talking about the conversation.
You still upset?
We was talking about.
Still upset about it. I just told you that wasn't meant to be like
what you mean? I'm upset, man. I just said we could pass that. That ain't the point I was trying to make.
Hold on,
upset,
Mama.
Man, damn, where you get that from? I just said fuck that shit. We passed that.
Mama Jenkins is in the chat room. She's
you
saying,
brought it back up. Shit, that's where I got it from.
She's saying John Dietrich has been following this since day one.
Damn, I'm commenting on you motherfuckers, man.
I'm trying to read Mama Jenkins' comment. She's talking about Mike Locke. She said he's been following this since day one. He's been on the case. She said Blondie was a detective that was on that case.
Oh, can't Lord. Trust his ass. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Gary Walker Jones.
Damn, man, he's dead yet?
Gary Walker Jones said Dwight man. The white man. That's a funny way to spell it. The white man.
Gary is crazy as hell.
Sharita Shaw said, Kev, no pun intended. These are traps. There are traps. Once again, never said there wasn't. I'm not
never said that.
I'm not the white man's best friend. Like I know
you weren't implying that either, though. Yeah, you weren't. I'm trying to see where that came from.
She said, Kev, let me find out you too far right. I'm to the right. Hey, some stuff I'm conservative about, some stuff I'm progressive about, right? Like
people historically are conservative.
Hey, look, accountability is a motherfucker. Don't nobody like it. Nobody like accountability no more, right? Like, because that's all you saying, Kev, is black people need to own up to their own shit. When we fuck up, we need to own up to it. We can't.
Now he's Charlie Kirk for saying it.
Hey, dig this, right? Dig this. Whenever I have an issue with anybody or anything, I always find my place in it. Because at some point I was wrong. Even if my point is right, it was some point in that disagreement where I was wrong. Because I could have backed up out of that shit. I could have changed the projection of the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Very accountable.
But that's what Kev is talking about. It's accountability. We got to find our place. And whenever something is fucked up, what did we do? Did I make a decision somewhere where I could have bobbed instead of weaved? You know what I'm saying?
That's the first thing we need to do is actually exercise accountability. I tell my kids this shit all the time. Even if let's say you're in leadership, when you're accountable, thank you. When you are in leadership, there's shit that goes on in my business or my job where I will accept responsibility, even if it's not my fault. I do it all the time. You have to have a high level of accountability because that's how things get done and achieved. Yeah, I don't like the excuse making. I ain't with that shit.
So I just want to make one point before we get ready to close out.
Yeah.
A lot of the times you hear me talk about, especially coming up out of the hood and coming and getting away from traps is because I was once a person who was a dumbass, right? Like in my community doing the dumbest shit possible.
For sure.
I was absolutely left out of line. I was absolutely wrong. Had I gotten caught doing a lot of the shit I did when I was young, it wouldn't have been the white man's fault. It would have been my fault because I had no excuse to do it. I had no reason to do it. I made some serious decisions to do it. I made some conscious decisions to say, nah, I'm with this shit. And my life changed when I started making different decisions. When I said, you know what? I ain't doing that no more. I'm not going to be around that no more. I'm not going to get involved in that no more. That's when things changed for me. And there was less traps laid in my way because I chose to avoid certain things and certain people and certain situations. So my thing is always, I'm not the most complicated and intelligent man on the planet. If I could do it, anybody could do it. So I can tell anybody, if you just start, a lot of times it ain't about changing just how you feel. It's about changing where you at. Like if you change the people that you're around or the environment that you're in and start putting yourself in other situations, you'd be surprised how things change. And so I just challenge people all the time. Just change the way you feel, the way you think about it, and put yourself in a different position, and your life will take a different direction. Now, it ain't like I got a perfect life. Now I'm sitting on millions and I got wealth and all this kind of shit. But ain't no threat of me going to jail. There's no nothing that I have that the police can't come into my house right now and take shit from me that I don't work for.
Yeah.
Well, they could. I mean, it happens all the time in this country.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That would be one of those situations where the white man, like he said, he came and burnt down your shit. But there's processes to this shit. And so they have no reason to come to my house because I'm not involved in shit. I'm not living a certain kind of lifestyle, so certain things don't happen to me. And I just encourage all of us as brothers to start thinking about shit differently. We got to process differently. We have to really look at shit. And I like what Kamar said about as soon as you're confronted with a situation, the first thing you should do is say, wait, what role did I play in this? What part of this is my fault? Because usually if you do that, it's going to be easier to find a solution. As opposed to as soon as something happened, you start looking for who to blame. Oh, this motherfucker and that motherfucker. Oh, it's like the dude who's flipping birds and having shootouts and doing all kinds of shit out his house. And when the police come, he say, somebody snitched on me. Like,
nigga.
I wouldn't have got caught if you hadn't snitched. Well, no, if you wasn't doing this shit, it wouldn't have been nothing for you to get caught doing.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
holding yourself accountable is a hell of a thing. That's, you know what? You know what I'm saying? That's a manly thing. That's a humanly thing, and all of that. Accountability is a great thing. It's excellent, but don't just be accountable and then throw away your history and your understanding either. We can do both. We can be accountable for what the fuck we do without trying to skip over our history. We can do both.
But who said skip over anything?
That makes you even worse.
Who said skip over anything? Who said
I'm just making the point. Nobody's pointing. I'm not saying somebody said that. This is just me making a broad statement. We can be held. We can hold ourselves accountable and remember our history at the same time. And that doesn't mean that you're making an excuse. Just because you remember the history of this raggedy motherfucker.
How about we learn from our mistakes?
That you're making an excuse.
How about we learn from our mistakes?
This is not a broad statement. This is not a broad statement. This is a direct comment against the accountability.
I agree with all of that.
This is not a broad statement. Continue, Kev.
Well, I just wanted to say, I didn't go to see Michael Jackson's movie. But the movie did make $200 million worldwide.
You know what? I was gonna let you two make fun of me. I was gonna have you two brothers make fun of me. Remember when I was talking that shit? Like, I don't really care. I went to see it the first day it came out and shit. So I went after I left the office.
Don't feel bad.
Bro, I should have had the jacket on and shit. But it's funny though, because when I was sitting in there, man, like I don't. It's not really a spoiler. The only thing I'll say is they did touch on one part of his life that a lot of people didn't realize. Remember the bad video where they had the Bloods and the Crips in there or whatever?
Yeah.
Right.
They touched on that a little bit more than you've seen in any prior things, but that's pretty much it. All that other stuff I knew, but I enjoyed it, man. His nephew killed it at the end, and I know maybe Ace, you could say this too. Did they clap and give it a round of applause when you went at the end of yours?
Yeah, they did.
Yep, everybody there, we all gave it a round of applause because see, this is the thing, man. I noticed this, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. I don't do that, but
it's the white man. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. No. I'm actually gonna bring up a white man. This is funny. Y'all gonna laugh when I say this. Y'all probably gonna be like, Ian be tripping again, but it's just ironic how all of the child molestation shit came out about Mike, but the guy that is worth a ton of money that brought that really, I believe, behind the scenes probably orchestrated some of this, Tony Mottola, he's in the Epstein file 700 times. It's just ironic. You know what I'm saying? It's just ironic. I think that critics are coming out shitting on the movie for good. They're shitting on it for a reason. They want to tarnish his legacy, and they want to constantly tarnish his legacy. That man, whether you like him or not, you know, Mike did numbers, and he's going to always do numbers. It doesn't matter what. So, and the fact that the critics killed it, I was reading some of the stuff. I'm like, No, this actually movie was actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't see anything negative with it. I liked it personally. I think you guys enjoy it, but maybe you might want to watch it at home. I ain't gonna lie, it's not necessarily a big screen thing, but if you love Mike, it was cool to go out there and see it. And I'm a fan of Mike. I like it. So.
You know, it's funny to me.
They didn't bring up Lucian Grange either. ENC. That's another motherfucker that people don't talk about. He's bigger than all of them.
I didn't expect this movie to, you know, focus on Mike's, you know, him in the bed with the little boys or whatever.
Why would it?
Because I'm like, it's a movie about his legacy and people and him being celebrated. So I don't know why people, because you know people love drama, I guess, and so I thought that when people were criticizing the movie, I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. You actually went to see the part about the molestation. That's the reason why you was there. Like,
and his nephew played him.
It just looks like to me a big music video with some interludes in between. Yes. That's what I figured it would be. Yes. So that's why I wasn't in any hurry to see it. But from what I heard, the cast was great, and Antoine Fuqua did a great job cinematography wise, and that it was very well done.
I gotta add it again. I'm gonna be honest. The best biopic or whatever those movies are called. My favorite one is Straight Outta Compton. I think that did better than I thought it would. I thought that movie would ever be. I had no idea that was going to be that good because I loved it. I loved NWA, but I had no idea it would be that emotional for me personally. Like that's some deep shit. But Mike's movie is up there. I'm shocked at how good that casting was. I'm surprised. I'm like, Mike's movie.
I thought Ray was good, and
Mike
I thought,
no, that's different, man. No, that's a whole nother. I don't consider Ray like Ray is like X.
If you looked at how it ended, you're gonna tell that there's gonna be several different parts to it.
That's what they said, that there's possibly some sequels coming.
That one,
yeah, man.
Hey, I like that one, and I like Will Smith when he did Muhammad Ali.
Oh,
Ali
God,
was good. Ali was
and
good.
You gotta go Malcolm X. Those are the three top ones.
I gotta say one thing before
the James Brown one was good too.
That I didn't know. I didn't see that.
I like.
I want to reiterate.
I even opened that can of worms. It's a whole bunch.
No, you did, OG. But the thing is, though, it's kind of shocking because when I saw Malcolm X for the very first time, I forgot Denzel was Denzel. That's how good that was, and I felt the exact same way about Ray. Jamie Foxx deserved an Oscar for that shit. That was wild, man.
Frank Lucas.
I don't. Oh God, yeah. Denzel don't even count as an actor.
He's a beast.
He's an icon. Yeah, he's an icon.
Beast, man, with that actor.
You can't even compare nobody to Denzel. You know what I'm saying? He like Marlon Brando.
He literally morphs into his character, man.
The person who I think
never seen nothing like him.
The biggest bad rap. I feel like the person who's vilified more than anybody else. I feel like Joe Jackson should be celebrated more. I really do, because.
I think so too.
And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because I was raised in a generation with them old Southern men who came from down south, who was tough and they ain't playing and wasn't taking no shit, and you whoop your ass. And so I just seen one clip when Michael said something about he wanted to think for himself, and Joe said, "I told you what to think."
No, hold on, KB. Actually, if you feel that way, you'll feel that way about Joe in the movie. They touched on him as far as a motivating factor. It's funny you said that. That's kind of what he did, kind of.
You know what I think?
Joe was in a tough situation, man. All them kids in one little bitty ass house, and all he could do was, you know what I'm saying, work in the factory. Joe wasn't worried about no white man. He said, "You know what? What the fuck can I do?"
He just opened the last argument back up.
Hey, I feel like all black fathers who kids overachieve way
like that.
farther than ever, they vilify them fathers. We look at Serena Williams and them father.
Floyd Mayweather Sr.
Who it was somebody else I was just thinking of. I just
Ball. Yeah,
the Ball brothers. That's what I was thinking of. You know what I mean? They father, man, they vilify him. Like maybe he wasn't that bad. Like, shouldn't you be in your kid's life to guide them? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Into greatness.
And this your daddy. This ain't your friend. This your daddy.
Yeah.
You get your ass over there and you do what you told. I said,
you do what you supposed to do with your father.
You know what, though? I'm gonna be honest. There was a part in the movie. Dude was a grown ass man. Dude telling him he didn't want to do the tour. Now Mike, a grown ass man, and his daddy come out. Do I want to eat? I'm gonna get my belt. I'm like, hell no. You know what? That threw me for a loop.
Hey, if it still work, God damn it. Boy,
hey, no. Catherine shut that shit down. I heard in real life she said the exact like what Nia Long said in the movie. I heard that's kind of what the conversation she had with him. Like, dude, you can't beat him no more. And Joe very lucky because it was a situation where I'm like, man, Mike security and Bubbles gonna whoop your ass, Joe. You better come.
Listen,
man.
I guarantee you, Joe had that fire, man. Wasn't nobody fucking with Joe, man. Joe would have still whooped Mike's ass, man. Mike didn't look like he could whoop nobody's ass ever, man.
No, after all them ass whoopings, no, Mike can fight, and Daddy was too old at that point. I think Daddy would have got his ass whooped.
Mike is a crip. What you talking about, man? He an honorary crip. What you talking about?
Joe had a 38 special in his tucked in his belt, and every black father tell you the same thing. You ever
Marvin Gaye, Daddy, look at that.
Me. There you go. I brought you in this world. I take your ass out. You better get your ass on that stage and sing that damn song, boy.
Rest in peace, Marvin.
See, that's what I'm saying. In our community, that's how we knew you didn't play with your pops. Your pops was that dude. Like you.
Oh yeah, he fuck you up.
He was a figure. That's what he was in the household. Your mama, when you get in trouble, she say, "Wait till your daddy get home from work."
And that shit held weight.
Yeah. So we got away from that, and we got to watching sitcoms and shit where dad was, "Oh, Mike, go stand in the corner and all that shit." Nah, man, you didn't want your pops on your ass. And if he told
cries.
you,
get up there, Hallmark movies and cries.
Sing that goddamn song. You got your ass up there and you sang.
You know what I'm saying?
So
hey, Kevin, you don't let him have a bad day at work. Then come home.
That's right.
Get it right, Michael.
On your ass, right? And so, and I think most of us will admit, at least I will, and I've said this many times, and I'll say it again and again and again. I got a lot of ass whoopings growing up, but you know what I never got? I never got an ass whooping for something I didn't do. Everything I got an ass whooping for, I was guilty. I did it.
And I never got beat.
I got my ass beat.
I got my ass beat, but I never got beat.
So my point is, a lot of us needed them ass whoopings. A lot of that's something you probably need when you thinking, I'm untouchable and I could do whatever. I mean, I thought at one point I was, a gangster. So I'm gonna slap up the newspaper boy for throwing the newspaper in the bushes. Well, I wasn't paying for the bushes or the newspaper. So when he told my father, he whooped my ass. I needed my ass whooped. Who you think you is? You gonna slap the newspaper boy?
He ain't do shit to you.
Well, you don't even pay for the paper. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You have no sense. So I'm just saying.
He said you have no sense.
This shit I got my ass whooped for. I should have got my ass whooped for. And
for so that's fucked up.
All the coupons.
And that's what that's right. Fuck you throwing the coupons in the bush. But my thing was respect us. Stop throwing our paper in the bushes. I had just watched Goodfellas, man. My cousin had me hyped up, man. He said, "Oh, you gonna let him throw the paper in the bushes?" Rest in peace to Big Cool, man. He used to have me out here on one, man. My cousin always talking me into some bullshit. But you scared? Oh, you scared? I'm like, what? No, I'm gonna go do it. And as soon as I whoop his ass, he walked right up to the house and ring the doorbell. Your son just slapped me. Oh, you slapping paper boys? Okay. So this is Dion. He said I hung up on him. Dion, I did not hang up on you. Matter of fact, I interrupted Ewok to answer your call. So I don't know. Shit, and it drops calls sometimes when there's too many people on the line.
Oh yeah.
Kerry Walker Jones said all that beating raised a bunch of talented, unhinged, rich weirdos, not men. Yeah, shit. The Jackson family is money, boy. Money, the weirdo factor.
Man, did you see Jermaine's haircut, man? Dude he out there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He out there, dude.
Or LaToya is like a straw with some hair on top of it. Like, what is? How do you body dysmorphia? Like, it's like, what is wrong with y'all, man? I don't think it's nobody in their family who ain't had surgery.
The young woman that played LaToya in the movie is very attractive, though.
He said, "Bro, y'all diss me. This is insane." Dion, who dissed you? I don't. What is he talking?
Who dissed him?
Sharita says, "Shit, I did. That's how I learned how to study the law." Getting your ass whooped. I don't know. I know when I got to college, I had the discipline where I could stay up all night and still get up and go to class the next day.
Oh yeah.
I took care of my business, because I was raised by some parents who said, when you don't take care of your business, you getting your ass whooped. And so that discipline has been driven into my head. So a lot of dudes who grew up getting punishments and shit like that, and as soon as they got loose, they was off the chain, straight flunked out. Not me. I already knew, no, you got to take care of your business. That's what the ass whoopings taught me growing up. So, I wasn't a big ass whooper of my children because I feel like it's an outdated concept, and I feel like it's something that we inherited from our slave masters where, once again, like I said, you want to teach a nigga something, you got to whoop his ass. I feel like if you have a foundation with your kids and you're there for them consistently, you won't have to whoop ass as much, right? You usually have to whoop ass when you ain't been around to teach them nothing.
I don't.
So, so I just think, it's just a different perspective on it. But once again, I know my little hard-headed ass. Yeah, them ass whoopings was righteously earned and justified. So, I got a chance to tell my mama that before she passed away, because she was saying, me and my brother and I would sit up and talk and laugh and talk about how she used to whoop our ass. And she got real emotional about it one day. Like, I was doing the best I could. I was trying to make sure y'all was straight in the long run. And we both was like, no, nobody's mad about it. It's just funny now that we think about it. Yeah. Like how you used to whoop our ass. Cause like it was a whole routine. Like we had like a special hook in the hallway with specialized belts hanging on the hook.
Oh yeah. Oh, we did too.
You had to lay down across the bed, right? Like you had to lay down across the bed and get whoopings in our house. So it was just a whole nuance of it. Like it was, and some of the times, some of the ways we tried to get out of getting our ass whooped was funny too, and none of it ever worked.
You locked yourself in the bathroom.
That
was a good one. It never worked.
You would have opened that door in our house. You wasn't going.
As soon as you open the door, you get hit. That happened to me. My mom let me lay in there for like 20 minutes. As soon as I came out, I looked one way and right across.
You got your ass whooped extra for locking the door, because that's what she
exactly
whooped your ass for first. Like, I'm gonna whoop your ass for locking the door. Then what was you finna get a whooping for originally? I'm whooping your ass for that too. So,
you signed my name on a piece of paper.
I as well go lay down across that bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my biggest thing was, we say whoever get it first get the shortest one. So we try to say, Mom, whoop me first. And that would make her mad. She said, you don't tell me who the fuck to whoop. So
you could not pull shit over on your mom. That's hilarious. I love it.
It was a ass whooping ninjutsu, man. She was a warrior.
Black mother is so intelligent, man. You wasn't pulling shit over on them. It don't matter. I just didn't say shit after a while because I knew I got caught up. My mom, Lula, knew.
I hear people talk about their father all the time. Like, my father whooped way less ass than my mother. My mother was.
Yeah, my dad never actually whooped me at all.
You didn't want him mad at you because his words would pierce you. Man, I don't know what's wrong with you, man. Like, his disappointment felt bad. Mom's wasn't it. Nah, it's finna get physical around this motherfucker. You get your ass whooped. I told you to wash the dishes. You didn't wash them. Or if you wash them, you didn't clean them well enough because it's still stains on the glasses or it's bread on the spoon. I'm stuck on the spoon. You getting your ass whooped is the name of the game. That's the whole point. Sharita Shaw said, Google me. Sharita Shaw, Quad Graphics racist in the, she said, I'm the awarded 800 million. What? You got 800 million from Quad Graphics? Okay. We got to, Google that shit. Google that shit for sure. Kamar, what you got for us?
Okay. Real OGs know. Just because she fine with a fat ass, don't make her wife material. Stop me when I'm lying.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, man. And Cardi B with the WAP. For you. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody. And listen, no matter how heated the discussion got, nobody got disrespected. Nobody's threatening nobody. It ain't on and popping on when, on site, when I see your ass on the street. None of that, man. It's just like Kamar said and Ewok said, the conversation is always healthy. Sometimes it's hard to listen and talk at the same time. Everybody want to get their shit out. That's why this platform is here. This is why I wanted to do a platform like this, to give us a chance to talk and to be able to agree to disagree sometimes. And when the show go off, you can say fuck all of them. I hate Kev. Like it's fine. It's like it's all good. But as long as you support Outlaw Radio, it's all good, man. I fucks with all of y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate you commenting, calling, chat rooming, and I appreciate you sharing the show, man. So peace and love. We will be back Wednesday. I know what day it is this weekend. We will.
I was actually finna say.
With no pushing for the cushion, man. We'll be back Wednesday. Like I said, we haven't missed now since I came back on. We haven't missed. So we've been back consistent with the show. The people saying, man, when you still doing the show? It's like, yeah, same day, same time, same place. So peace and love, man. Keep y'all head on the swivel until Wednesday, man. I will see y'all when I see y'all, man. Y'all be cool.
See y'all. God bless.